Hello, everyone, and welcome to an exceptional part 2 of the Contagion Chronicles. I am very excited today. Today we'll be running Geist the Sin Eater, run by yours truly. I hope you enjoy the game we're about to portray to you. I will warn you that this game is rated for mature audiences. So if you feel a little squeamish, a little bit terrified of the thought of the dead and everything that comes with it, we have a lot of other content on this channel. Maybe go check out some other stuff. But before we begin, let's go ahead and introduce my players, my stars, my golden children. Let's start off with Jax today.
Hello. I'm Jax. Otherwise known as Jacqueline Brick. I am a freelance writer for Onyx Path Publishing and a freelancer for a bunch of other companies as well, and I am super excited to be here.
And on to Mike.
Hey, hi everybody. Mike Tomasek, also known as Hollywood. I'm a freelance writer and developer, and as of last evening, the owner of Little Twin Publishing Games. Yay! Which is so fun. I'm really excited for this because I've never played Geist before, even though it's like my fave.
Is it all three of us who haven't played Geist?
Yeah, this is a new thing.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time running the second edition of Geist. I've ran the first edition many times. It was one of my absolute favorites in the original Chronicles of Darkness. So this will be interesting for all of us. But before I get into it a little bit more, last but certainly not least, Rachel. Tell us what we're all about.
I'm Rachel, also Super Rat Lord on Twitter, and that's where you can find where I sometimes post art. I'm also on TikTok, and I appear here quite a bit.
Yes, you are becoming one of our newest regulars, it feels, and we love to have you. And you know what, Rachel, for all her appearances, it's always been on my streams, so I'm very happy. Boom. Until Mark steals you away for Virtual HorrorCon, which I don't know if I was supposed to mention that, but well, cat's out of the bag.
Oh, Virtual HorrorCon! Yay!
Virtual HorrorCon!
When is that, Nick?
Virtual HorrorCon will be running through February 19th through the 21st. It's exciting. It's amazing. I'm getting picked up by someone. But yeah, you should totally go. And if the schedule's about to be released soon, if you're a game master and you want to run games for us, go ahead and apply there. If you're an exhibitor and you want to be sponsored and you want to show off your stuff and your merchandise, go ahead and contact there as well at vhc.com or through Gehenna Gaming. It's gonna actually, I think it's just virtualhorrorcon is website.com. I apologize.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, virtualhorrorcon.com or just send a message over at Gehenna Gaming, like on Twitter, on Facebook. You can DM me, Mark, Rick, or Ian. Maybe not Ian. Ian's on vacation till the end of this week. But yeah, it's going to be amazing. The first Virtual HorrorCon was an awesome sauce-packed adventure. And yeah, it was, and we did it in like 3 weeks. Now we've started a little bit early for the sake of,
Hooray!
you know, and it's just been great. There's a lot of cool stuff going to happen. Everyone you see on the screen will be involved, and yeah, even the finale of the Contagion Chronicle will be on VHC, so it'll be awesome. But let's rewind the clock a bit. You know, we're not in February yet. We're still in ye old January, reaching the end of it.
Ye olde January.
Ye old January.
Ye old January. It feels like ye old January. And let's talk a little bit about Geist really quick. So, for those at home that have never heard of Geist, Geist is a game about second chances and what you do with them. Each one of these players are playing a Sin Eater, a person, human, who has died, and through their will and determination, through their wants and needs, has made a pact with a ghost, their Geist. And the Geist keeps them alive. And through their symbiotic relationship with this ghost, they seek to, you know, live a better life the next time around. It's one of my favorite Chronicle of Darkness systems, as I said before, and it is a system that I believe has gone through some of the best rewrites into the second edition. A lot of the issues I've had with the first edition were corrected so well, and it was a treat to study up on the second edition for this game.
They're complimenting you, Mike.
Oh, thanks. Stop it.
Mike, did you do stuff?
No, I didn't write. I just did I helped develop the anthology. That was what I did.
I was like, if I knew, I wasn't sure if you wrote on it.
No. But a lot of really talented people did, and it obviously shows in this game. I mean, people really. No, I spent a significant amount of money on the Kickstarter. That's what I did.
I'm sorry, I thought you.
Oh no, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
It's funny.
The anthology, so yeah.
Because Mike also says this is his favorite game that he's never played.
Yeah, so I've ran it a billion times. I helped write the demo for Gen Con for the second edition, which was based on one of my favorite ghosts of Chicagoland, Resurrection Mary, which one of these days we'll get on Storyteller's Vault. But yeah, it's a really great game, and I highly recommend it. Anybody that's out there that is thinking about picking up this game, you really should pick it up. It's fantastic.
Awesome. Well, so hopefully we can convert some people today. Yeah. Now, are we ready to tell our ghost story?
Love a ghost story.
Love brings the ghost stories.
Everyone loves ghost stories. All right, just checking the stream. Stream is going great right now. Awesome. We have no drop frames. That's what Nick likes to say.
Mm-hmm.
And let's begin.
All right.
We set the scene in a seedy penthouse of an hotel in moderate, which is a little bit rare occasion for these days, especially for the city of Las Vegas. The blaring lights on the outside kind of peer in through the curtains and window blinds as you three are sitting around the table looking at a kind of squad of suited men and women. You all have been given somewhat old distilled water, a few fiber bars here and there to hold you over for the trip, but for the most part, it's business. It's how the cryptocurrency, the organization you all belong to, likes to run these things. As Sin Eaters, you've worked together, forming your own little crew, although the crew has gotten smaller and smaller these days. Every meeting that you come to, one less person shows up. Now it just feels like it's you three. Kind of dwindling numbers for a crew like yours. But the situation, as it were, feels sort of dire. the contagion and mysterious event, which you've been all informed about, and keeping track of, has been kind of finally brought to your doorstep. The woman in the kind of suit, she's sitting there, kind of drumming her fingers on the desk, pushing a file towards you. I didn't think we would have to call you, to be perfectly honest, but unfortunately, it seems I don't really have a choice. I'm sure you're all aware of the strange readings and fluctuations we've been getting within the underworld.
Yep.
How do we know our readings are the same as yours?
Well, I'm sure you could feel it. Maybe your Geist has too. Dropping synergy, your connection with them. Or perhaps you can just feel that the underworld feels a lot more emptier. The spirit density that's we've measured is going considerably down.
Is that the scientific term?
Spiritual density, yes. And some would call it pseudoscience, but
I was referring to significantly down, but thank you.
I'm going to reach across the table and just slap onto that file and slide it on over and pop it over. Open.
Yeah, the information is pretty standard in there. It's a bunch of tested readings. And the numbers, it shows kind of a steady flow of data across the last couple of years. And the spiritual density has been kind of, it's been going up and down, tapering, but for some reason within the last 4 months, it's been making a considerable nosedive.
I'm gonna look over your shoulder at it.
Seems legit.
Huh.
Spirits are disappearing from the underworld. I didn't think a ghost could die, but they're just...
Well, I mean, these things do happen. There's rumors from way back in the day, but I don't know.
Things have not been easy since we excavated that tomb. We knew that this event...
Pause. You what?
When we first started this project into the event known as Contagion, our initial findings were from a tomb out in what is now modern Egypt. Very hidden, small shrine.
You've seen the movie The Mummy, yeah?
I assure you there were no curses or of that matter. In fact, the information we discovered gave us sort of a heads up, a timetable, as it were.
A nudge. Mike, what's your character's name?
You would know him as William.
Hey, Billy. There were no curses on the tomb.
Oh, that's always great.
I'm sure there were absolutely no curses on the tomb.
No, like he didn't think that there was maybe something on the door, or maybe something that was maybe ward away with the millennia of time that was
Sort of-
passed since. Yeah.
She sort of points at the spikes and the data. Don't those look like pyramids to you?
You can tell in the files as the three of you look at it that there's photographs and scans of what the kind of tablets and stuff they recovered. And the one thing that stands out to you is the drawing of what seems to be a rudimentary ladder. And
Rudimentary ladder. Can I kind of run some academics here to kind of be like, hey, maybe missed something. Would that be a
Yes.
legitimate thing to do?
Yeah, go ahead
Alright,
and give me intelligence plus academics.
All right, let me get dice roller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Google. All right, let's see. What do we got here?
Should probably open everyone's character sheet. That would probably be the best thing to do.
So academics plus what?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. That's great. So that's a 8. That's an 8 dicer right there.
That's a hefty
Yeah. 1,
Hefty
2,
pool.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's roll this. Kabam. Okay, we're looking for 7s and above, correct?
It's actually 8, 9, and 10, and then 10.
8, 9, and 10. I apologize.
No problem.
I have 10s explode, you said? So
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4, and then let me roll that 10.
Gonna be a crit.
So I got 4.
Okay, 4. All right.
With a 10.
Yep. Good success. When you kind of trying to remember it, it does remind you of the kind of something older, like the unknown empire, as it were, of Irem, which long has been, kind of erased in history, but something that the cryptocurrency has been digging up on, being one of these like shadow organizations that does so. And something that you have seen is the concept of what modern mortals would call Jacob's ladder, or that the idea that there is a ladder or or a stairway or some sort of architecture going up that leads to their idea of heaven and gods.
Okay. I'm gonna relay this information to everybody, and then I'm gonna go. Y'all know about this?
I know about the movie Jacob's Ladder, and that's specifically about, getting fucked in the head in Vietnam.
I think we're talking about something a little bit different.
Not
here.
sure, given what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to believe in gods, but I mean,
More things in heaven and earth.
Well, then that we kind of live in a horror movie, so gotta start believing in certain things.
Yeah. It's just, gods tend to be malevolent bastards, as we see in the underworld. So, I mean, it's...
There is that.
Yeah. So
there wasn't a curse on the tomb.
We're coming back to that, Gem. Yeah, I've got to say that's...
Yeah.
Was the Jacob's Ladder drawing in the tomb?
Yes, it was found on the tablet that we recovered from there. Seems to be a record.
Okay, so y'all got do you have this tablet around?
No, it's back at base.
Okay.
It's quite old, still being examined. This is just the information we've been able to get from it so far. But the tablet seems to infer that something or someone got some sort of spirit, some sort of entity has entered heaven, and it's a equivalent in hell or the underworld, whatever you would consider it, the other side, I've heard it called.
Well, that's a fucking bad thing. Probably. Yeah. I mean, you don't just waltz into heaven or waltz into hell and be like...
There are 3 words I hate more than any other. It's some entity. 4 words. Some entity has entered.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our other crews that we sent to do initial investigations have either been met with interference, something is not going right, or just downright catastrophic
Called it.
failures.
What do you mean by downright catastrophic? Because you're making me want my salary to go up real fast.
I swear to you that we can definitely discuss your salary upon completion of of this task, as it is quite monumental, and I do believe that the cryptocurrency as a whole pays you 3 very well as it is. But people like you, but not as strong as you, have undergone mass destabilization between them and their personal spirits.
Do you two mind if I take over the negotiation for a second?
You
Go
go right
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, I have 3 dots in intimidation. Listen, you stuck-up bitch. You are going to pay us more on this contract because your word and $5 will get you a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, go ahead and roll manipulation plus intimidation.
I will. This is so far the bitchiest character I have ever played.
You're playing it naturally.
Thanks. Oh, thanks.
That's a compliment. It's a compliment. Yeah.
Woof.
Uh,
Okay.
Question mark?
Hold on. I'm gonna use the official Onyx Path dice roller.
yeah.
What? Where can
Yeah.
they find the official Onyx Path roller?
You can find it on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store for free.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's pretty hot.
It's pretty great.
Each download we get during the show,
Physical die.
Onyx Path is required me to pay 50 cents.
That's not even remotely true. I am wearing an Onyx Path shirt, though. It's very faded. It's my old Booth shirt.
3 successes.
3 successes. She shudders for a second and goes, "Yes, I definitely can arrange a bonus, as it were, a
Now.
nice hefty bonus. How about half your current salary as a bonus if you complete the mission and develop and then return successful information."
Half our current salary as an advance.
We got to get some some plane tickets to get wherever the fuck you need us to go.
That's yes. Actually, we've already taken care of that.
No.
You won't even need this hotel room to go where you're going.
Great.
Oh.
Thanks.
We had the gentleman over in R&D cook up something. Used to be some...
I hold out my cell phone with the PayPal app open.
Hey, the lady, and we'll get right
She
along.
looks at the phone. She's like, "There's really no need for that." And turns to one of the... Just transfer the money.
Thank you very much.
You should find it within your account within the next couple hours.
Oh,
Oh, that'll be nice when it goes off in my pocket.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Pleasure doing
You're
business
welcome.
with you.
So, tell me, I know you might have heard of this. A little bit of old world tech from our original iteration. How much do you know about the Orpheus Protocol?
that's some old shit.
The what?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
The Orpheus Protocol, we're almost very similar to yourselves, a little bit of a precursor before the discovery of Geist. It was our organization's investigation into the other side. We did this through a very often rudimentary but successful method. Tell me, have you ever seen the movie Flatliners?
Yep.
Oh, yes, I have.
We learned by stopping the hearts of our subjects or our operatives, we were able to temporarily get them to the other side where they could operate, and then we would resuscitate them upon completion of their mission.
That
That
is
and keep
mighty
yourself
generous
in.
of you.
Yes, the the process has long been overhauled, of course, and we don't need to actually stop the heart anymore. We've actually designed machines that can simulate body and brain death without actually inducing it.
Fucking hope so.
So, you three will die figuratively which will allow you to cross in to the other side, the underworld, the realm of Twilight. And through there, you can conduct your investigation.
Okay.
This makes me uncomfortable.
Yes, and that's why
Oh.
we have been more than generous with our funds.
Sure.
Yeah,
This-
I can't exactly spend that money if I stay dead.
I've heard of stuff like this before. Other crews pull it off pretty easily. It seems like it's fine. Not our usual motif, though.
No.
Hal.
However, the reason we are doing this is because we believe that the source of the spiritual density dropping is deep within the bottommost layer of the abyssal sea.
Oh, so we're talking like
Low.
really low.
I'm talking like I am going to shoot the three of you down to a place where no mortal has ever seen while alive.
Do you know the laws of this place?
We've
Just gonna turn to William and go, have you seen Titanic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
We-
on top of the world.
We've run the theoretical simulations and models of what the bottom looks like, and we believe that, barring any complications, that we'll be able to pull you out just fine. Your bodies will stay within the hotel room. It'll be your spirits for tethering.
This is fine. But here's the problem, is that if you don't know the laws of a place, walking into them could cause us an issue. Do you have any idea where you're sending us or anything along those lines? Or do I just have to do research on the fly?
No, the place that we're sending you to should resemble an area just like this, actually. We
Oh.
have
Okay.
I didn't know there were cryptocurrency billionaires at the bottom of the Abyssal Sea.
There is
It would
a
make sense.
simulacrum. Simulacrum.
Yes.
I'm not sure how to say that word, to be honest.
Simulacrum.
Simulacrum.
Yeah.
That has been
Of
designed.
Las Vegas.
Not the entire city, but this hotel, yes.
Well, this hotel then has some serious fucking heft now, doesn't it? Okay. Give me like 5 minutes while y'all hook each other up. Can I just... I'm gonna... Is there any way that I could do some like occult pulls to try to fucking know that we're not walking into a place where a Corboros is just gonna fucking eat our faces?
Yes, you could definitely roll for that. Go ahead and give me intelligence plus occult.
Okay, so let's do some. That's still a 7, so let me roll that. Oh, that's great. Just a 9. That's fine. That's fine.
Ooh.
One success.
Yeah, it's just one success.
I still fully believe anything you say at this point. Ash is a very simple creature.
Okay. So if just because of the locale and the humidity, and there's probably, it would be Las Vegas isn't technically a really old city, so there would probably be more desert than actual village or building. Do I get anything out of that? Like
you
any sort of
know
old
that
laws?
if you're going to the deepest place, eventually it's going to open up to the ocean of
Yeah,
fragments.
I know it will. I know it will.
And the one law and the one rule that you have always heard of this place is avoid the Kerberos, the Leviathan, and
Yes.
don't drop yourself into its waters or you will lose yourself.
We're going that... Okay.
Bill, you want to share with the class? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a little
Okay,
lost
if
here.
we're gonna... Okay, so you know how we have the rivers down there? You know how everything flows together? Okay, so eventually, if we go deep enough, and if they're shooting us this deep, this very much might happen, we might end up on we'll probably end up on the shoreline where everything's falling into the ocean of fragments. Hopefully back a little bit, not on the coast because the coast is bad. Don't go in the ocean of fragments. Don't. Like, you will die. You'll just.
You got it. I won't touch it.
Also, if we see the Leviathan, which is a large fucking ship, run. Okay?
Got it. I'll follow you. I'm gonna stick to you like glue.
Oh, fuck. Hopefully we'll be in, like, old Las Vegas as opposed to the actual ocean or the coastline, because that would be just bad. Yeah.
Well, since we're referencing movies, I'm very excited to go into our own version of Abyss.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'll be Michael Bean. You can be William. You can be the hot researcher lady who comes down.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't actually. I've never seen it.
Really?
Really, I need to watch.
I thought we were all referencing movies.
Required viewing.
Killing me.
I again, assuming we survive this, watch party.
Oh, okay.
Totes. Okay. Well, let's go to the coast.
You know, this could be really cool.
We should be able to ride support.
It's where all ideas go to die.
In the Navy.
Have you seen the Seven Seas?
In the Navy.
Oh no.
You can fill your mind with disease. Out of character note, somebody just redeemed a hydrate, so please, if you have water.
Oh shit, water! Yeah!
Just start throwing it.
I do not have water, but I have a Soylent.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Literally every time I've been on this channel, you have not had a water.
I've not had water. I usually get them during the break. Just set myself with an IV and just be constantly hydrated.
Just eat banana bags with like drip hydration.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fun. Yeah, out of character, everyone. I am getting over COVID, so if I cough, don't worry. I'm okay. Everything's cool. I'm fine.
Mike's a trooper.
And it can't transmit through screens yet, so we're
No.
It hasn't evolved that far. I mean, this is called the Contagion Chronicle, so maybe.
Don't. Oh.
That's all I need.
Stop. All right. Cool. Whew.
Do you?
Anyway, so in Abyss, right? The hot researcher lady comes down to the undersea base to work with her. Her divorced husband is working on the oil drilling base, and like she comes down because the base is getting weird readings.
You hear like a knocking on the door frame.
That sounds a lot like what we're doing.
I'll walk over and open it.
It's the other. Are we all good? Are you all good here, or are you ready to begin, or?
I'm sure we're fine.
Let me dig around in my purse, and I'm going to grab a pencil and paper because I'm a huge fan of automatic writing, and just in case while I'm out, in case my body can, let's write down some ideas or catch a little spirit writing.
Okay, so you want to use. Sorry, let me just pull up. You want to use automatic writing, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna.
This is just. I don't think it's on my sheet or anything. I think this is just something I've decided to do because I need inspiration.
Oh, that's a haunt. Do you have that haunt?
Do I have a haunt?
Because there's a haunt like called automatic writing. That's why I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you can definitely do
yeah. Whoops! I accidentally ran into actual.
Or there's a merit called automatic writing. Yeah, I don't think someone has that actually.
I
but oh no, I know what you mean.
Because I have a lot of Oracle. Let me see here.
It's a merit. No, the it was the pre-gen no one chose. The philosopher had the automatic rating.
That's
But
fine.
you're saying you just want you want to, like, when you go to you just want your paper and pen just in case you start writing stuff.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, that could definitely be done. Yeah, sorry. There's actually a thing where you can channel spirits and you just start writing.
You know,
like,
I'm sure I'll be channeling something.
Hey Nick,
Yes.
I don't have any weapons listed on my sheet.
But
but
that can be
do I
provided
have
for you.
Oh, they will be provided for me? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just I'm kind of statting it all out on my end.
That
but
is fine.
They do provide you with your, with a pistol, an assault rifle, in case you need it. Although taking these into the underworld sometimes can get a little tricky with transferring items, but
God loves guns.
it should be fun.
Oh, we're so fucked.
Oh, fuck. Let's go.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, I checked my PayPal before we leave.
There's a pending charge in there.
All right,
Good.
cool.
Pending, yeah, deposit, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll just
It's something
slide
to
that
look-
over.
Yep.
So, sorry.
Something to look forward to if I live.
Oh, Rachel, what's your character's name?
You know what? We're just going to call her Lizzie.
Great.
Okay.
My character is Ash.
Yep.
Ash, William, and Lizzie, awesome.
There we go.
Commit that to memory. It will probably not go as well. So, as you go into the next room, you see that it's like a suite with, like, usually there's like 2 beds and a couch. And on each of the beds and on the couch, there is a strange looking like black box device with wires running out of it. And all the wires end in this strange helmet-like invention that goes like completely over the head.
Very Inception. Nice.
Place your head in the box, young Atreides. All you will feel is pain.
You should be these are more portable units. We used to back in the day use full-on beds and labs.
Technologies are just great.
You know, soon we're just gonna have a little button that you put on the side of a person's head. That would have been nice. Instead I got an executioner's hood. Alright.
Great. I'll take the couch.
Chair.
And I'm actually gonna get comfy in the bed, like even put a blanket on me because I don't wanna.
Yeah. All right. So how do we slap these bad boys on?
They're the attendants and the other men and women. They kind of get you positioned, tell you to stay still. They check your vitals. They strap on a bunch of wires to your wrist and whatnot. We'll be monitoring everything from this side.
Okay.
And kind of as the helmets are going on your head, remember, the biggest question we need to know is what the Contagion's objective is. What's going on with the spiritual density, if the two are linked. And once you get that information, get the hell out of there. We'll pull you out.
How do we signal?
Is there a rope we tug on?
She places a small bell in the... What are you wearing, William?
Like this, like a sweater vest kind of thing.
Do you have any visible pockets?
Yeah, he's got like one right here.
Right there? Okay. She tucks a little, like, one of those, like, doing like old-fashioned, like, a serving bells. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it silver?
Yes. It shines
Cool.
with a natural glow.
All right, cool. Thank you very much. Good to know.
We have a little bit
That's
of a
old
dash of
school.
theatrics. Yes, but it always works. Tends to be older stuff seems to work better in these environments.
That's true.
A lot less parts that go wrong. And as each of the wires and the head units are strapped to your head, You all get the kind of sense of claustrophobia,
Oh yeah.
especially when the visor
Yeah,
part
this
goes
is
over.
fine.
This is great.
Wow, I hate this. Wow, I hate this. Y'all need to develop something more comfortable.
Just get comfortable, stay relaxed, take some few breaths, and you'll be there in no time as you start hearing the flipping of switches and the typing of keyboards. You hear a different voice come up. On your orders, ma'am.
Oh, we're getting otherworldly ASMR.
10,
I hear the keyboards.
9, 8, 7,
No, I would make a joke
6,
about now,
5,
but I don't give a
4,
fuck.
3,
See you
2,
on the other side.
1.
Later.
Commence. And you hear someone hit a key. Your head starts to feel a little bit funny, like a vibration is sounding from inside and out. And then your consciousness is just pulled away from you. You feel like you fall back in whatever chair or bed you're in, like gravity just gives way. And then you just feel flung across. You're floating in darkness like a rushing wind. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for you, everyone's kind of laying down, except for William, who's kind of like frozen in that spot of like, just sitting down and sinking. Your senses feel a plethora of things. You can smell burning coals. You can smell seawater at one point. You can taste the crisp freshness of a lemon. And as well as the ash falling from the sky. You remember many memories. You remember the first time you went to a beach, the first time you were ever in a car accident, when you died, and even the first moment you opened your eyes when you were born into this world. It's a strange feeling to die. And even stranger as you feel as the clock starts to turn back. You feel every part of your atom, every molecule of your being start to slowly strip away from you. Your body, your sense of self, ego death happens. And you pretty much seek only to be a concept, an idea. But you do hear the voice of your Geist still with you. Starting with William. William, what do you hear? What does your Geist sound like?
It's a child. So it's a little boy. My Geist is named Luther. And Luther, I would immediately call out to Luther and be like, Luther, you need to come here, but you gotta come by me. Don't want to go too far away.
You hear the whimsical laughter, and the sudden sharp intake of breath and fear. Where are we going?
We're going down. Really, really down. Okay? So don't worry. We're gonna get in, we're gonna get out, and it's gonna be fine. Okay? Don't worry.
I trust you.
I know, kiddo. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be okay. Okay?
Ash, what does your guy sound like? What do you hear?
Sorry, let me switch over to my sheet here because I was just looking through the Geist book. So my Geist is named Victoria. Are there guidelines for role-playing Geist in the book?
No, they just tend to just be whatever like kind of person that like everyone here is at Synergy, I believe 5. So you've had spent a good moderate time with your Geist that you're within a healthy relationship with them. Not like you're probably best friends or anything. But you might. It kind of depends. You do have a pretty healthy relationship to kind of get to that level.
Got it. Okay. So my Geist is named Victoria, and she is an older motherly figure, sort of almost like a nurse from the Civil War type
Mm-hmm.
person. She's very traditional, but she's someone you can feel comfortable talking to about anything, and she always has room for you. And she's very much this warm, loving, motherly presence, someone who Ash can be vulnerable with.
As you're falling down, even though you don't feel the rest of your body, you do feel a warm presence around you, a familiar one, and you just hear the words in your head. Ash, honey, what have you gotten yourself into this time?
I got an advance.
Just make sure you can stay around to collect it, alright?
I'm working on it. We have to go down to come back up.
Lots of things go down and never come back up. Just stay safe, you hear? Stay
Gonna
safe.
come with me, right?
Always. And we switch over to Lizzie. Lizzie, what does your guy sound like?
His name is Alexandros, and he is. I don't actually see.
Oh, I might have. So it could be anything you want it to be. I can. In my head, and I might have forgot to write this down on that sheet. Alexandros is almost like your muse.
You know, yeah. So he is kind of like a muse then. And I would say he's probably somebody that in life I would have found it like attractive, like somebody who could have spoken to me and it would have gone right through me, but I would have found like inspiration in it.
You hear his voice. It's always very confident. And it's kind of like the one thing that you can always count on and tether onto to get you through even the darkest of moments. It never used to, it sometimes, at the beginning it wasn't like that at all, but as you've kind of grown closer to them, you can't imagine life without Alexander sometimes. And you hear Alexander's words, another journey we set to beset ourselves upon.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily know that I want to be on this journey. It could be very enlightening, but it's also incredibly dangerous.
Stuff of legends. And legends, they never truly die.
Well, they die if you don't get to write about them first.
Well, I'll make sure we get to write about them then.
Oh no, I love all of them.
Just
as
I love him.
as the three descend downward, darker, yet darker. You feel a feeling of hitting the ground. It's not painful, but it's like a rush, and you can feel your heart's beating. As you wake up, your body slowly kind of fading, rebuilding itself into view, as you awaken in the same spots that you left in. Except when you go to take the helmet off, it is gone. The room is empty, silent. The power is off. And when you look out the windows of the suite, all you can see is a black sea.
Fuck. Well, this is good and also bad.
You know, I know what it feels like to come back into existence in this moment, but instead of trying to be absorbed in it, I'm trying to watch them fade into existence.
It's a haunting thing. You know? It's like puzzle pieces snapping back together.
That is certainly visual.
Oh boy. Well, I'm glad this place had enough memory in it to actually exist here. I was really afraid that we were gonna just drop into the middle of a fucking desert next to an ocean that will eat us. So yeah, okay. Little things perks?
Nick, I would like to take the assault rifle I was given and see if any of the weapons I had strapped to my person crossed over.
They look like they have. You're not actually sure if these are the same ones that, like, if your weapons came with you. You believe that, kind of looking at it, and you can kind of notice when looking at the like in the chamber and everything. There doesn't seem to be ammunition. There doesn't seem to be any inner workings of the gun. It looks like your assault rifle, and you feel like it would work like your assault rifle, but you're not sure it obeys the natural laws and machinery as an assault rifle would.
Hey, Bill, would you mind taking a look at this?
Yeah. So I'll field strip it and kind of take out the charging handle and everything like of that on the AR, and like I'm assuming it's based off of the idea of an AR-15.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna quickly kind of put the pins back in, put the charging handle back in, put everything back in, and be like, "Yep, it will work."
Didn't know you could field strip a gun.
Ma'am, it's important to know things.
I'm impressed.
You feel like with a lot of things here, and something that you might know, William, is that if you believe enough if something will work here, most likely it'll work here.
So that runs on your faith in it. So believe in it.
God loves guns.
God loves guns. Yep.
Let me change something. Give me 1 second, everyone. Sorry, talk about for just a second. I realized my pronouns are messed up on my overlay, and I don't want to give anyone wrong ideas. Although,
yeah.
Give me 1 second. I totally apologize for that. As you, so everyone's looking at. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do before they?
I would say I'd like to use, oh, what is it called? Oh no, I just had it up. Eyes, or no, it wasn't eyes in the paintings, it was... Eye for the strange, but I feel like I'm just floating around in the strange.
Oh yeah, I know you're floating around the strange. That'll be something I'll let you know if you hit.
Yeah, that's if we're back in the real world. That would have served me earlier.
Yeah, it looks strange.
Yeah, it all looks strange. I don't even need to use it. It's there.
Okay. I am going to pull out a bag of runes and kind of put them on the table and go, do you want me to find the darkest place here?
I mean, not necessarily.
Well, I mean, we got to figure out where the fuck this thing is, and this is a long place.
All right, roll them bones.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull, I'm going to start shaking this bag. And I'm going to do the first dot of Oracle, which is consult the Oracle.
Okay.
It's Oracle plus my synergy. And using this ability, you can channel the Oracle and gain your Oracle condition. Like what is here is the most touched by death, yada, yada, yada. I'm assuming because we're looking for the contagion. Can I consult the Oracle to be like, where is this thing?
Yeah, so you just want to use just the first level, right? You're not using your spirit reading or wandering shade. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not pulling any ghosts into me or anything like that right now. I'm just trying to like gain the lay of the land so I can give it to these two so that they can do their job.
Okay, yeah. How much plasma do you want to spend?
Let me look at my sheet and see how much I got on me.
You have 15 max, and then you can spend up to 5 per round.
You know what? I'll go full bore. I'll do 5 just to like get everything that I can about this place. Like I'll really feed into it.
Okay, roll me a cult plus synergy, and your synergy is 5.
Synergy is 5. Occult is 3. Okay, so let's add one more 10 there. Boop. All right. I have 2 8s and a 10. So
Ooh, that explodes.
and then let me roll that 10 again. Another 8.
4 successes. Awesome. Yeah, so you gain the Oracle condition with the number of charges equal to the amount of plasma you spent.
Okay, so 5. Okay, cool. So I get to, I'm assuming, ask 5 questions?
Yes.
Okay, so I take these runes and I shake them up real good, and I grab out a bunch of them and I throw them on the table. And I kind of like close my eyes and I go, "What do you want me to ask?"
Does the Oracle condition look? How does it look here, especially in the underworld? How like overt is it, or is it just?
So I would say probably because it's only a first level, I would role play it as that, like my eyes roll back into the back of my head, and kind of like stiffen up a little bit and get weird, and kind of you see this plasm smoke off of me as I burn it off, that kind of thing, and just gonna go, okay, I got 5 questions. What do you need me to ask?
Where is the darkest place?
Okay, where is the contagion?
You, funny enough, you get 2 visions in your head. The first one seems to be you're in the tabernacle of a church, and you see the kind of like the tabernacle itself open up, where they would keep like the wine and the bread of all that, and you can see that there is black ooze oozing out of it and spilling on the floor of the altar. And then you get a second vision of you're kind of like face down, you're kind of flicking face up, you can feel your back on like hard wood, and you hear the horn of a ship.
Okay, so it's probably by the. Okay, so I'm just like glossolalying this as I kind of continue through this vision. I go, okay, so that means it's probably close to the beach. What was our out of character? What was our second question? What was the
second thing is why are the spirits disappearing?
Why are the spirits disappearing? Okay, I'm gonna go. What is? Why are the spirits disappearing?
Funny enough, you get a vision you're really not expecting. You get a vision of yourself in a trash plant, and you're kind of strapped to the conveyor belt, and you can see you and all the other kind of useless junk and trash slowly heading towards the incinerator, which seems to burn and chomp and eat and gnash everything that comes within it.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to ask 3 more things. I'm going to go, what are the laws of this place?
This one's interesting. I'm trying to think of the vision that would work best here. You're kind of like thinking for a second, and suddenly you're back in school, like an old memory. And someone, you see someone ask one of the students, a young student, asks a question to the teacher. The teacher responds with a statement. You're not sure what it is, but it answers the question. And then you see the teacher turn into a pillar of salt and ash.
Cool. Okay, so that answers fucking nothing. Moving on. I will, because this is a stream. Is anybody watching the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have anything that they really think that I should ask? Let's get the fans in on it. We got 2 more questions.
We got 2 more questions.
Oh yeah, the chat can be the spirits talking to you.
Yeah, come on, spirits. Tell me what I should fucking
the lottery
do.
numbers for next week.
Absolutely. Anybody got any questions? What do you think?
I mean, how stable is this place, given that we're in the Sea of Fragments?
Not. I can answer that question. I could be like, that this place can fall apart into the sea at any moment.
Oh, nice.
So I'll burn up one of my questions using saying that. But let's give one to the fans. Anybody got anything good?
I don't think you have to burn that.
Oh.
You probably got. Everyone's told you it's you're like you're like, yeah, we're fucked if we stay here too long.
Yeah, like we're fucked if we. Yeah, okay, so I'll give that over.
So yeah, does anyone have any questions?
I'll give it one more minute. Otherwise, I'm asking.
Ask what the effects the contagion has in this place.
Ooh, there we go.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
all right, yeah, there we go. Great question. All right, so I'll ask that. What kind of vision is that gonna?
All of a sudden you get the vision of people walking in a orderly line, and you can see like it's in like one of these like long hallways, and you can see the black ooze from before spreading on to the people and covering them, and the people start to howl with an inhuman scream and tear at their own eyes and skin, and they gnash about like feral animals, and you can tell the people are sort of translucent, reminding you of spirits.
Okay, so where we're going, we don't need eyes. Got it. Okay.
I'd be interested to see that.
The contagion is destroying people's existence and then making them into spirits, making more raw spiritual matter. That's an interesting.
Especially when combined with that factory image.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm assuming the previous one is that we don't ask questions about this place. It's just, it is what it is. And then also the contagion is basically ripping people apart if anybody comes down here. So we have to be fast and quick, and also probably not fuck about, as it were. This might be a stealth mission.
All right, cross your T's, dot your I's, and mind your manners. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Ian has a very important question in the chat.
What is Ian's question?
Who put the bomb
in the bomb? Shabomb.
Fucking Ian. God damn it.
I feel like that's an inside joke. I don't get.
It's a very, very specific question. All right, cool. All right. Well,
what is waiting for us?
Oh, there you go. Okay. So what's waiting for us? Let's get weird.
Ooh. This one's actually really. I didn't think I was going to ask. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm going to explain. You see a statue in this kind of room of darkness. It's completely black except for the statue. The statue, you get the idea, is old, very old, and the figure on the statue looks like they were human at one point, but they're not. And you see the statue turn and look at you. And it whispers something to you. You don't understand it, but it sounds old. It sounds ancient.
So there's another Ouroboros here, probably. That's
Do you share this information with us?
Yes, I will go. There's most likely another Ouroboros here, or a death god of some sort. It told me something. I don't know what it is.
Told you there was no curse on the tomb.
There's always a curse on the tomb.
My God.
There wasn't a curse on this ancient Egyptian tomb we opened.
Oh.
Oh.
There's always
Gosh,
a curse
even the
on
ghosts
tomb.
here are gonna get assy with the cryptocurrency, Lord.
Okay. So I kind of come back. I go, oh, okay. And I just kind of like grab
Follow
all
the finger.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. Grab all my runes, put them back in a bag, put it back in my coat. And I go, hope that helps.
That's certainly more information than we had.
Yeah.
So we need to do like guerrilla warfare types deals. We really need to be quiet when we're moving around in this place.
How quiet is quiet?
Like block to block kind of get in, get out.
One
Like,
moment. Hey, Nick. I
Hey,
have the call
Jax.
hunt.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna be sticky and viscous so I don't leave any footsteps.
Oh boy. Okay, so you're just doing the
I'm gonna be a slimy boy.
Okay, so you're just doing the first level of call.
Mm-hmm.
How much plasma do you want to spend on it?
I will spend, let me check how much I have. Yeah, I promise when I'm looking at my phone, I am actually looking at Geist. I'm not looking at anything else. Just in
No,
case
you're
anyone
fine.
was concerned. I'll spend 3.
3 plasma. Okay, so you have 3 chart. Go ahead and make the synergy plus call roll.
Okay. So I'm rolling all 3 dots of my call?
Yep.
Plus.
So it's synergy should be an 8 pool of 8.
Cool. We're going back to the Onyx Path brand dice roller.
Oh snap!
Aw, snapskis.
You should totally get the Onyx Path brand dice roller because it is the
it's free.
It is free.
yes, and it's the only Onyx Path brand dice roller to use with Onyx Path brand storyteller systems.
Yes.
Totes.
Well, I got okay. 2 10s, a 9, and an 8.
So reroll the 2 10. Or
So
that's
we're
4.
gonna go ahead and re-roll that.
You just
Damn.
need.
I need to set up my explodey setting.
Yeah, all you need is
Like-
you need one more for that exceptional. Come on, let's
Well,
roll
I
the
got
bone.
2 more.
What?
Exceptional.
We love an exceptional here.
So when the haunt ends without resolving, which is should be, hopefully it doesn't resolve. You get half your plasma back. So
Cool.
round it up, so you get 3 plasma back, which will be awesome.
2 or 3, because I spent 3.
You spent 3. I don't know why I thought you spent that. So you would get 2.
Cool.
Usually I don't know if you round up or down. I usually just round up for everything for players.
Yeah, I usually round up 2.
Yeah, give
I
them
would
that.
like to ask,
Mm-hmm.
what is eyes in the painting, and would it be helpful down here?
That's a haunt. Is that a haunt? In the
Yes.
I believe that's in the. It's in the marionette, right? Let me just double check for my books. No, eyes the painting. No, that is the boneyard. Am I? Yeah. Okay. So this is that you can when you raise your boneyard, which is you can kind of you can essentially affect an area. You can haunt a location essentially. And then eyes in the painting, you can project your awareness to any point within the boneyard.
Nice.
You can look, listen, even talk. Or I don't think you talk, you taste. There we go.
Licking the wall.
Licking the
window.
walls. The schnozberries taste
Oh,
like
no.
schnozberries.
So it's a really good recon one if you ever get to a situation you need to be. You need to,
Wow. Amazing. We're in a situation where we need recon.
Exactly.
Yay!
So
I would also, since I am merging with my Geist into my call,
mm-hmm.
I
How's
would
that
like
look?
to give. So, as I mentioned, Victoria is like a Civil War era nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little weird because you see Ash in her fatigues. But as you see Ash, there is this white viscous substance that fully encloses her, opens up to form a full crinoline of call fluid around her, and you see her inside this Civil War era woman who is a little bit taller than her, but their faces line up somehow. So as she
Ooh.
talks, the Geist face also talks, and every time she moves, the Geist moves around her.
So it's hovering over. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, it's sort of like an overlay, basically.
Getting some Blade Runner 2049
What? No.
flashbacks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
and it's accompanied by that squishing noise. I'm assuming, right?
Well, normally you'd hear Ash's boots, but it's a very gentle, it is both a swishing and a squishing, so it's a very soft, rustling, viscous noise. Kind of
getting
what
more
you'd
into
imagine
that.
a giant slug might sound like, because it has sort of that brushing
Oh, that's
feeling to
amazing.
it, but it's also squishy.
It's squishy. Lizzie, do you want to activate the you want to raise your boneyard?
You know what? Sure. But I'm going to tell Bill first, like, hey, if we need to,
Yes.
be a little silent and be sneaky, if you kind of know where this thing should be, I can do a little recon.
So the contagion itself is somewhere along the beach. And I kind of like look out the window and kind of like gauge how far it is. I'm assuming it's like maybe like a few blocks away, like city blocks.
Yeah. So it's you can see that it seems like that the hotel you're at. It's almost like in this the simulation has recreated a chunk of Las Vegas.
Okay.
If it were a beach, like right on the beach. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's like slicing it out with the Photoshop tool and just plopping
Yep.
it and letting the stuff kind of flow back in.
Yep. Okay. So this is how this works. We got so the strip is outside, but the strip is going to run all the way to the ocean of fragments.
Yes.
So does it look like it goes off a cliff, or does it look like it just runs straight into the water?
It looks like it runs straight into the water. You can even see from now that the sides of the strip, even in the end, they're kind of like the water's kind of ebbing, like kind of
Like
starting to
ripping
flow
things
over.
apart?
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of go, this is where, if I was correct, where I was is right at the edge there, of where the ocean is starting to eat away at the strip. That's approximately where I was. I don't know if you can get some recon out there.
I can try.
Okay.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Okay. How much? So you can spend 1 to 3 plasm. So you're trying to get that far off. You said, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to make sure. See how much plasm if you could actually reasonably get out there.
Yeah,
It
because
is
it
kind
is
of
far.
Yeah, so a Plasm 3 is a large house or a building. So with Plasm 3, you could case the whole hotel if you wanted to, I would say. But you need to get close to raise the boneyard on the beach, though.
Alright, so,
Is it possible to raise the boneyard on somebody who's already there? Like if she were to just somehow project through me? Is that a thing that can happen?
I would think that you would need to be there, I would believe.
Okay.
So the guys doing the haunt would need to be there.
alright. Well then, I'm gonna, Bill.
I have another idea.
Yes?
Hey, Lizzie.
Yeah.
I hold out my arms.
And I'm gonna, like...
They look slimy.
Yes?
Come here.
Okay. You're covered in... Okay, I'm coming.
I mean, it's a little squishy there.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, go
You
over
look
to
a-
Ash and...
You look
just
a little
awkwardly,
moist.
like, put my arms out. Like, what do you need me to...
So I turn around and I sink into sort of this puddle of crinolines and point at my shoulders.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I will be your
onto-
troop carrier this afternoon.
I'm gonna climb onto the...
Oh my
onto
God.
The flaming Ash.
Ash, we really got to figure out a better way of doing this. But I mean, it's okay.
Like, I can walk!
You can walk. You could instead be carried by an armored dead girl.
Oh, it's very squishy.
Someone's got to. You got to get used to that cohesive unit somehow.
Oh boy.
I love cohesive unit. It's so good.
Yeah. Cohesive.
This is
It's so cohesive.
moisturizing.
Though.
This is moisturizing my soul.
Literally. Yeah.
Speaking of moisturizing, somebody redeemed a hydrate.
Oh yay!
So-
Look at that water.
Again, Soylent, not hydrating, but filling.
True.
It counts.
Hey Nick, since you
Yes.
mentioned a break at some point, when did you want to do that?
I was gonna take in like 15 minutes, if that's all right.
Sounds good.
Just like
Yeah,
it's
because
like
I can-
right in the middle.
I gotta blow my
Sounds good.
nose. So yeah, let's do this.
Okay,
The
let's
last
go.
15 minutes.
All right, so just to you start leaving the hotel room and heading downstairs. I'm guessing.
Do you want to head up or do you want to head down? What do
Down.
you think? Okay. You don't want to get a city side view?
Actually, that's a good idea. That's why you're the brains of this operation.
Also, easy way down.
Yeah, I'm assuming half of the building is ripped off or something like that. This place sucks. Let's go. All right,
You think you've got a bad bill? I'm slimy.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna I'm gonna look for like the stairway where the stairway system would be to go up. Okay.
Yeah, because the elevators, not only do they probably don't work. You can tell very easily that the elevators themselves, the doors are just like painted onto the walls.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
God, this place is so weird. This place.
In case of emergency.
Use the stairs.
All right, let's get to. So I go. The stairs are this way at the very least.
But you guys are all riding the armored goo soldier, correct?
No, I'm walking because I can fucking walk. Because I'm a nice academic that knows how to walk through libraries. Okay.
I know how to walk, but she offered, and I couldn't.
It's
no.
the weirdest. Like, well, you guys have been a crew for a while, so maybe it's something you've done before. But it never gets easy to see like this amorphous, viscous, looking like Venom straight up, just like going up the stairs, and then you just see William just like making a brisk little walk. Keep it a hustle.
I've given him the look like.
I'm sure I'll be the one that's on top of her next time.
You take
have to buy me dinner first.
Why do we have to do this? This is just okay.
Yeah, if it's chicken
because we like money.
Yeah, I mean I do like money, so that's fine.
That and this place is highly inspiring. I mean, look at those elevators. Painted.
I know. Did you guys
stuff in the real?
Hold on, you didn't hear anything, did you?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. All right, let's go.
You're gonna give me a complex down here, Bill.
I'm sorry. I just thought I heard something. I'm just saying. I mean, wait, you sure you don't hear anything?
I'll roll an investigation.
There you go.
Sure, what's plus
there
investigation?
We go. Sorry?
What's plus investigation? Go ahead, give it a roll.
Whoa. Love that.
Roll.
Yeah.
Let me see what my pool is there.
Roll.
Well, luckily I'm quite witty.
I like how you said roll there. Roll. I can't
roll.
Roll 'em.
I'm Hispanic and I can't roll my R's for shit. That's bad.
My mom was a Spanish teacher, so
it's all good. It's a genetic thing. Certain people can, certain people can't.
Two successes.
2 successes. Okay. Yeah, you can hear the. I'll make it a little bit louder. Not even steps. It sounds like rhythmic moving. Jack, you would be surprised. You're like, Ash is like, is that? You're like, is that dancing?
Oh, fuck.
Spirit prom.
It's a tableau.
Tableau?
It might be a tableau. So down here, if we're down deep enough, sometimes ghosts get caught in loops. And sometimes they do it in a way where it's like a tableau. It's like
cassette tapes.
Yeah, set on a loop. But
great.
Sometimes they can be violent, and sometimes they can't. So I don't know.
Well, let's hope they're in the ballroom.
I think we're headed towards that.
As you open the top of the stairway, you come to an interesting sight. First off, you can feel the crypt's cold seawater air as it kind of stings your nostrils, as well as like kind of raises goosebumps in your skin.
Kind of like try to wrap the call tighter around me.
And you can tell that you've reached an open ceiling ballroom.
Oh.
Which at one point it looks like the walls have been torn apart. Not even torn apart, they look eroded over time. Which is very strange, it's like rotted, almost disintegrated. And up top of this hotel, you see what could only be 20 to 30 spirits dancing in intricate kind of like ballroom attire, like Victorian era. Actually, no, even older than that, I would feel. like unknown civilization royalty though. But they're dancing with one another, kind of ignorant to your appearance so far.
I said spirit prom. I meant it.
And
It's strangely one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
as you gaze out to the ocean and the ocean of fragments, you can see, maybe you understand what the problem is here. Because the once calm waters that simply erase everything they touch, out in the middle of it, there seems to be a maelstrom, a large storm and whirlpool pulling all water down into it.
That's not supposed to be there. That right there, not good. Nope.
And with
nope,
that,
nope.
we'll take our first 5-minute break.
Yay! Break.
We'll see you back here in 5 minutes.
Hooray!
Take a bio break. I'll get some water.
Yeah,
Fun,
get some
everyone.
water.
Yeah.
And we are back with the Contagion Chronicle Part 2, Geist the Sin Eater, a one-shot I like to call darker. 100 points, 100 fictional points to the person that can figure out what that title is a reference to. You'll have my undying adoration. And just to redeem the hydrates that I wasn't here for.
Yeah, hydrate, yo.
One big gulp just for all of y'all.
That's good.
So yeah, so you're looking at this, essentially not like a prom, but like a ballroom, like a ball of spirits, kind of dancing, and then you see the maelstrom just churning this giant whirlpool type storm.
That's really bad.
Yeah, I don't even come here that often, and that's
really bad.
That's really, really bad. We need to get out.
Yeah.
Like, I know we have a job to do, and we are going to do it, but let's be very quick.
We shouldn't walk through here. This probably isn't the best of places, but I mean, like,
Let me try something.
okay.
Nick, I want to put the rifle up to my eye, but look at the maelstrom through the scope.
Awesome. As you do, go ahead and give me a Wits Plus investigation.
I would love to give you a Wits Plus investigation.
That is correct. Darker yet darker is a reference to Undertale. It is Gaster's
Come on.
theme.
What?
Roll.
That's I love it. It's like such a good piece of music.
No,
But it's
I
like
don't. I don't know what that is. That's why I'm like,
Undertale is a video game. Really like nice video game people should check out whenever you get the chance. I'm not gonna spend too much on it. But there is a character named Gaster, really hard to find, kind of like a secret in the game, and that's his theme is called darker yet darker.
Cool.
Undertale is a very cute game. It has
So-
a lot of. It's very morally and emotionally complicated in a lot of places, and it does that very well and compassionately, which is cool.
Cool. I'll
Much
check
like-
that out.
Yeah, much like our favorite Chronicle of Darkness game.
Yeah.
All right, Ash, what did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
2. Awesome. As you're kind of looking through it, you see two things.
Mhm.
The first is you see a giant, it looks to be a cruise liner almost, that's bobbing and weaving within the maelstrom.
Read!
It's having a rough time, as it were. It's shaking. The second thing is that as you're looking through the scope, you can kind of see your vision not drop, but you can see your level drop for a little bit. And it comes to a kind of horrifying realization that the hotel you're on and this piece of Vegas, slowly but sure, very steadily, it's sinking into the sea.
So this is an Atlantis situation.
What's going
What?
on?
Well, this piece of Vegas is very slowly sinking into the sea, as we were aware of.
We gotta make trek north then.
Yep, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, and
cool.
also, don't look too closely at the storm.
Cool. No doubt.
Wait,
No
what's
doubt.
wrong
Got
with
it.
the storm?
Yeah.
I mean, it's horrifying to begin with. What's wrong with the storm?
There's a
Go.
ship in the storm.
Roll me your synergy, Ash.
Okay. So that would be 5, correct?
Yep.
Roll. Roll. Roll for me.
Roll for
Laws.
me, my angel of music.
Basically.
Sorry.
2 successes.
Awesome. You feel something tugging at your very soul and being, as if it's trying to rip away your Geist, but you manage to hold on.
Ink. I wrap my arms both around my my caul and around Lizzie's legs.
And I'm gonna squeeze tighter too, like.
Okay.
Let's
okay.
go.
All right. So we gotta run. So here's the thing, right? We
Uh-huh.
gotta run to the edge of this.
Walk and
And then
talk.
we gotta wait, and then we gotta so let's start walking down the stairs. So like I start leading the way, and I'm like, okay, so here's the thing. We gotta get to the edge of this before this thing fucking collapses.
We gotta get to the edge of this before it collapses.
Yeah, and then we gotta make it all the way fucking back
Make it
before
back.
we all drop it into the fucking
Before we
sea
gotta
and
drop.
cease to-
Okay.
cease to
Alright.
exist. So we gotta go. We gotta fucking go.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. Ah.
As
So
you're
I'm like rolling down the stairs.
as you're rolling down the stairs, even
Just
though
full on West Wing this shit. Like,
Yeah.
walk and talk, rock and talk.
even though the hotel is probably about 20 to 30 stories, like it's huge. Within like 5 stories, you find yourself out on the strip itself.
Great.
That's great. Thanks, Underworld, for being fucking weird. Okay, that's great.
Like, this is the one time it gets a pass for being weird. Don't knock it. Don't
Yeah.
look a gift horse in the
And-
mouth.
My calves help you. My leg day will do better next time. Okay.
Did you skip leg day?
I totally skipped leg day.
Don't skip leg day.
Billiam.
We'll talk about this later.
Rocking glue.
And
Bless
you could see like buildings on the side, and as you're kind of running down the single like street of the strip, you could tell in some of the cracked parts in the holes, you could see that liquid is bubbling up from underneath it. Just slightly
Run.
though.
Whoop.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start fucking hauling ass because like I'm like
Yep.
I know where I hit the ground. I know where it is. I at least I think I could extrapolate where it is. So like but I'm keeping to the side of the buildings to like not get popped like if something
Mhm.
jumps out. But
And as soon as we get close enough, I have to do eyes in the painting because even though we're rushing and we gotta do things quickly, I don't want
Yes.
Bill walking into a building and suddenly there's seawater in his face.
sure, you do. I trust you. You do. I'll tell you when we're in range, and like I'll, like once we get around that area, I'll like stop and be like,
Okay.
this is
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and give me Boneyard plus synergy. Going to the Boneyard.
Oh shit.
And you're going to
Okay.
spend the 3
Gonna
plasm
get married.
So
for the large area.
How and where?
So your synergy is 5, and your Boneyard I believe is 2 because your Marionette is your 3 as your level 3 haunt.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to. What was that again? I'm sorry.
So you're gonna roll your synergy plus Boneyard. And so your synergy is 5 because everyone's 5, and then your Boneyard is gonna be under haunts, and that should be a 2 dot, so it should be 2.
Okay. Sweet. That's actually a fairly good roll.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
Chronicles can have everything. Oh, hydrate.
Ooh,
Hydrate. It's 1 success.
Okay, no 10s or anything like that.
No, no 10s. It's just a sad
All
little
right.
7.
You know what? A success is still a success in my eyes. So yeah, you go ahead and so your Boneyard, you're essentially haunting the area. What does that look like? How does the area change under your presence?
Well, you're going to see the energy kind of waving off of me, and it's going to look like my pupils dilate outwards. And suddenly, it's as if my consciousness is not even there. I am an empty husk.
okay.
Oh, this is like Inception.
Yeah, totally.
As you scout the area to the beach beyond you, You notice that it seems to be like a pier like any other, with its the kind of the sandy barge underneath, and the pier extends way off into the distance. At the edge of the pier, you see 10 spirits, as it were, 10 people, 10 figures. They're standing there. It's a matter of children, women, men, all types. And they're standing with a blank stare. You watch as something bubbles from underneath the water, and it almost sings to you like a call of some sort.
No.
The familiar, you see that the water rises up. It doesn't even kind of waves splash across the dock, and one by one each spirit does a simple jump from the port into the waters down below. There doesn't seem to be malice on their face. There doesn't seem to be anything like horrifying even. If anything, they look all relieved, maybe even happy. And as each spirit hits the water, you see them, they don't even kind of get under the water before they just fade away into dust and join the waters and kind of get churned up slowly towards the maelstrom.
I'd like to listen closer to this music.
Go ahead and give me Wits plus Investigation.
Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, it's cold in my room again, so I've got a little bit of a...
Oh yeah, it's freezing in here, which is why I had...
Oh.
I have space heater.
Oh, I just have my
I'm in,
streaming
like all my
blanket.
comfy... Yeah. Underneath, I have like this hoodie because it's kind of nice to stream with. But yeah, I'm wearing full-on like pajamas and like comfy socks.
Oh, yeah.
They're
It'd be
Tom
best
Nook
for
socks for
Business
anyone.
up front. Party all day.
Yeah.
What we're having?
When the stream happens, the Tom Nook stock sale on.
Yep.
Nice.
Wits plus what?
Wits plus Investigation.
Oh, that's just... Okay.
Actually, wait. Since you are a singer, I would actually let you use your Wits plus Expression here.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Yes!
Yeah,
Yes!
this will be... And I think you have a specialty for singing, right?
I do, so add a die.
Well, you have area of expertise, so your specialties are +2 instead of +1.
Yes! It's a gigantic dice pool.
Anytime I can hear that, like that's the reaction I get out of player, I know.
Yes. The biggest.
Oh, that's one hell of a roll. Now watch me get like no successes.
Yep, that's the classic.
Ooh! We have 2 10s, so 1, 2, 3 normal successes.
And then 2
Or,
10s.
Wait, no. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4 normal successes and 2 10s.
Boom! You don't even need to roll. That's an exceptional success. So you've gone over 5. There's no other higher ceiling you can hit. You've done exactly what you needed to. Yeah, this is It comes in like almost like a weird garbled up language. But as you kind of listen closer to it, you kind of you like understand what it is. It sounds very familiar. How old is your singer?
Let's
How old is
say
it, Lizzie?
she's probably in her late 20s, early 30s.
Late 20s. Okay, early 30s. So she has probably heard this sound growing up well into her teenage years. It's the sound... It sounds like when a modem is dialing up.
Oh.
That screeching noise.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the noise. I grew it. Yeah,
That's why I had to ask how old, because if you were like, they're 20, I'd be like, they probably were like, what the hell is this shit?
Nah. Gosh, that is that's bringing back some memories. That's bringing it back when you couldn't have your phone open and the internet, or have a phone call and the internet at the same time.
It's really strange in the underworld. There's almost like this kind of connection to technology.
So I'm going to look for dangers whilst I'm in here, and I'm going to see that Bill isn't going to be walking into certain doom.
Yeah, and the spirits that might spell the certain doom, they are not there anymore.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pop back into my body and just shrink the pupils down to normal size, rehydrate my, like, just fill my body back with my presence. The ocean is singing a dial-up tone, and it is the irresistible clarion call that is forcing spirits to jump into it.
Oh,
So
no.
that's a thing.
Oh no. That's not good.
No, and it was very strange. It was very beautiful until I realized it was the dial-up tone.
Well, I mean, you know,
This place gets a pass. It's weird.
yeah, you know, my you know, AIM chat group is calling, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess where
Gotta put in my away message. I forgot.
Well, thank you for figuring that out. I'm really kind of sad that these spirits are just jumping into oblivion. But
they didn't seem too upset about it. They seemed relieved, actually. You know.
it's still sad. It's
Yeah.
never a good thing that spirits get to the point where they think that is the place they need to go.
Okay.
But okay. Well, that makes sense. Maybe that signal is causing the contagion to exist. Maybe that's something like that. Let me. I don't want to go out there because maybe that signal would attach to me and drag me under. And quite frankly, I don't want to be vaporized into rudimentary
Non-existent.
atoms. Yeah. I mean, do you think that scope might work? Maybe there's something else out there. Do you think,
Sure.
like, you know, do you
Take a look.
I mean, if there's nothing, then I mean, we could probably. I mean, let's put it this way: one of us can get out there, and then kind of run back before they get affected.
All
I
right.
can do it.
Or
Alright,
you
use
are
your
the
scope.
one.
Here, I'm gonna put you down.
Yeah.
Slurp.
We're just gonna.
Just slide
Well,
down
at
the
least
back
it
of the
doesn't
crimson.
affect the
Curse
physical.
noise.
Oh.
This is a nice cravat and top, so
Oh, it won't stain.
yeah, at least it doesn't affect the physical. My tailor would be.
I would never use something that would stain on you, princess.
All right. Well, at least I got quick twinkle toes, and I've heard the dial-up tone, so it shouldn't.
Hopefully
affect
it won't.
me.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it didn't seem to affect you.
Yeah. Yeah. it
Although
didn't affect me while I was-
Alexandros has been a little quiet lately.
Oh shit. Oh no.
But you still feel him. He's
Okay.
still there. You think?
Oh, I'm very fond of him. All right. Just tell me when to go.
Well, hold on. Let's slow down. Let's just make one more sweep, and then we'll make sure. Do we? No, we don't have any rope. So, Ash, you want to take your look, and I'll kind of look around and see if maybe we could get some rope that you could hold on to.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna look for a rope.
I will also look for a rope.
Want me
Okay.
to roll an investigation there?
Yeah, go. Actually, I feel like you're in a dock. This would actually be pretty easy to find. off to one of like the thing. You could probably just find some rope laying around.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hold on to this and I'm gonna sit deep in it, right? You just hold on to this and walk, but let Ash check first.
Do you want me to hold on to that?
Well, I mean, you make sure that if anything comes, you could pew it.
Got it.
Alright. I'm looking for a rope. I'm looking for a rope. I'm reevaluating my life choices.
Yes, yeah.
I plant my feet and watch Lizzie through the scope.
All right, and I give Lizzie the rope, and I just kind of like wrap it around me and like sit on the ground and kind of and I just go, you start walking. If you start walking towards that ocean, though, I'm pulling you. Okay?
Feel free, and I'm going to wrap it around my waist and have the Boy Scout back there make sure that it's tied nice.
Which one is the Boy
Not
Scout?
me.
Oh,
Not
okay.
me.
The soldier, yeah.
Yeah.
Either one of yins is probably
Scout of some kind. Ash was probably in the Girl Scouts before she went into the military. Probably wish she could have been in the Boy Scouts. That's okay. She'll take it off your waist and like wrap it around your shoulders and then down across your waist and then tie it like that.
Yeah, as you and you're gonna tie the harness and you're gonna look down the scope afterwards.
Yep.
Cool. As you look down the scope, you kind of get like a farther off thing. You can see. It looks like the pier goes on for like a good. It looks like it goes on forever. Is the strange thing. It's almost like a phenomena. Because you looked at it once and it wasn't like it obviously ended, and now it looks like it just keeps going.
Fuck.
You're not sure, and then you take a kind of a look back out of instinct, and you can see that parts of the strip are starting to overflow now.
Fuck. We gotta go. We gotta
Okay.
We gotta hurry it up.
Okay. While I'm in there, what do I need to do in there?
All you got to do is just if you make contact, then just get as much information as you can, and then run back. Like that's all you got to do. Is just like all we have to know is that signal the contagion? Like is that it? Like because then we can put 2 and 2 together, and we can just I'll pull this out of my pocket, ring it, and we're out. Like that's it.
All right, so you're going down the pier.
Yep.
All right, sure. Let's try to answer Cole's question.
Probably singing to myself as I go. I need to self-soothe.
As you start walking down the pier, and the planks are. You notice as you kind of get through each plank, the next individual one is just a little more wet, a little more damp, a little more soaked.
Don't look down.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swim.
Don't look down.
I like to swim.
And as you start getting to the edge of the pier, or where the edge was, you realize it keeps going, and the signal is getting stronger and stronger. You can hear it in your ears. But it doesn't seem to affect you like you think it would. And you get to the point where you don't even realize it. So you wouldn't even realize it, Lizzie, but William, you feel the rope go slack. And Ash, as you look through the scope, Lizzie just kind of disappears.
Fuck.
Shit.
Okay, I immediately untie myself and I start fucking running. Like,
rope?
Yeah, we gotta go. Come on. Like, just come on.
All right, well, I pick up the other end of the rope and I start following him.
Okay, cool.
You see the crack. You hear the cracking of thunder and lightning spreading across the sky as you kind of run after her, and you look back, Lizzie, and you notice that it's just the pier behind you ends in darkness. Like it just fades away. Like there's a light kind of like function on you, and then in front of you it just kind of just goes on and on and on. And you could just hear the churnings of the waters below. It's a very surreal experience, and you're not sure what's going on. However, going to our good friends Ash and William, as you're kind of looking into the ocean, you start to see things like off the sides of the pier, floating in it.
What do they look like?
They're
bad.
their bodies, empty
keep going.
husks of beings.
Keep
Go,
going.
go, 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 go.
And you can hear the stirring from underneath as these bodies start bobbing more and more to the surface.
All right, so I can do this as a reflexive action. I would like to make the action of loading my gun and taking the safety off.
Yep. And it's smooth. It's smooth as butter.
I love you, gun.
All right. So I'm trying to find her. I'm running down. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna start running into the blackness because I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to fucking be here.
So Ash is running along to a cadence because she's military.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's.
There wasn't any curse on the tomb. There wasn't.
This is
Any
this.
curse
There
on
was a
the-
fucking curse on that goddamn tomb. I know there was a curse on the
It's
tomb.
helping me focus.
Yeah, and I'm probably
Take it with me, let's
drop
go.
down in the middle of the pier and just like, ah!
Can we see her?
Yeah.
You don't see her at first,
Okay.
until she's like right in front of you.
Okay, cool. So like I like stop, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And
All
you're
right.
immediately gonna wear me as a hat because familiar face. Oh my god!
Yeah. Okay. All right. We gotta get out of here.
Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah. So
Let's
like turn is or is it just like gone? Like is the coastline's gone?
You look at the coastline is gone. It's just the only way out. It seems to you is forward.
No, Dad. Okay.
Until
Go.
Until it would be. Let's see. Everyone here, give me what's plus investigation. You don't need
Hooray!
you don't need too much for this, but you start hearing a noise.
No.
Oh,
it's
no.
a
Love a
stupid
noise.
Boat.
Love a noise.
No.
It's the boat. It's the boat.
Investigation and wits. You said.
2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do
We have
got 2.
2 successes, and I get to re-roll 1. 2 successes.
Gone is Vegas. Gone is the Strip. Seems the simulation may have finally failed. What did everyone get?
2.
2 successes.
Two. Oh, two's all around. Awesome. So you both all take you kind of turn in unison. As you do not see a boat, but you do see a huge wave approaching you.
Fuck.
Go, go,
Fuck,
go, go,
fuck,
go, 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 go,
All right,
go,
so
go,
we
go,
just
go,
start
go,
fucking
go, go.
running. Yeah, like sprinting. Yeah. Time to go. We got to get to whatever the end of this is. I'm going to immediately, because we're in the middle of fucking like oblivion. Like this is the end. Like if we don't fucking get off this. So I'm going to try to do some occults. It's to try to figure out what the fuck, how the fuck this works. Because this is going to kill us if we don't fucking get off this thing like now.
Yeah, the wave crashes down behind you, wiping out that part of the pier.
Hold on. So we got 3 in occult. Would it be intelligence occult? Okay. So
Actually, for this one, go ahead and give me your resolve.
that's worse, but that's okay. Let's see here. Let me add an extra die. That's 6 dice. Let's roll it. Ooh, 3 successes.
Awesome. So if you might have remembered at the beginning of this game, I said something about some stuff that works in the underworld. If you will it and you think and you believe hard enough,
Yeah.
things that come into existence. So, normally there wouldn't really be a way out of the situation that you would think, but you try to grab onto the most obscure knowledge you can possibly. You're trying to think of a loophole that to you logically would make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
And you come across it and you think, well, every, this is the bottom, but there's streams going in, there's streams going out. There are pathways, there are ways to get across, and there
Sandbars?
Exactly, there needs to be sandbars, there needs to be islands, there needs to be something.
Okay.
And as you kind of think that in your head, the pier starts to open up, and you see a door appear in front of you about 30 feet as the waters are raging and chasing you. And you can see within the water is the black ichor and ooze consuming everything.
And so I'm just gonna yell, door, go there,
Door.
And whenever we get to it, I'm going to open it.
All right, are you gonna be the first person through?
Sure, yeah, why not?
All right, as you bust through, open the door, you find yourself kind of dropping into sand, and you find yourself on an island in the middle of this Black Sea.
Fuck.
There's some substantial stuff in the island. Some trees. It's pretty small. Some beaches, and a shipwrecked ship that lies on the side of it. Old, decrepit.
Okay. So when they come through, I'm gonna slam that door shut so that none of the water gets into us.
You hear as something like collides against it.
I look at the ship through the scope immediately. Because I am extremely suspicious of ships here.
Yeah, go ahead and give me what's plus investigation.
Come on. Three,
awesome. As you look through the ship, the thing that you can notice the most immediately is that the cargo hold of the ship seems to be busted open. And there seems to be a large object inside of it.
what kind of object?
Some sort of like rock or maybe a statue of some sort.
The statue, you say?
The bad news is there are all manners of spirits that are grasping at their faces and like almost silent howling in pain. These spirits seem very different from the ones you've seen so far. Gone are any semblance of humanity or ghosts. These look like straight up monsters from your nightmares.
So they're
Hey, William, have a look.
Okay. Well, those look like Geists. Like they're some sort of. I mean, it would make sense if they were Geists.
It's okay, Victoria. He didn't mean it.
No, that makes sense. Like it sometimes ghosts down here when they're really down deep, they start. That's one of the theories. Is that's how Geists are made. I don't know if that's true or not, but they look really in pain. What that thing in the middle looks like the thing that talked to me.
Is there any way we can go home now? Is there any way we can just is there?
Well, I mean, if we can just ring the bell, but then we'd have to get back the cash.
Would we could lie. I don't want to be here anymore.
Let's put it this way. We can stop the thing that's eating our people if this is it.
While they're talking, I'm going to take aim at the head of the statue.
And at that mention, I want everyone to drop their synergy by 1.
Oh, wow.
Ow!
Okay, so we got to get the fuck out of here.
And how did that feel to everyone?
It feels like being back in Beirut.
Mine feels like getting pushed down at recess onto like hard concrete, like
Ooh,
that
yeah.
asphalt. That feeling.
Like with the little bits of rocks, just like...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Mine feels like instant tequila hangover.
Oh.
Oh.
Just like next
Okay.
morning after sitting with the porcelain throne all night. Just no.
Okay. So, new theory. This place is ripping Geists out of people. Got it. Okay. So we're gonna march up to the. We're gonna think fast.
Okay.
This thing is what is the problem. It's
Uh-huh.
it's ripping Geists out of people, right? Cool. So we gotta fuck it up.
I'm ready.
Cool. Y'all ready? What are we gonna do?
Bang.
You just shoot it? You just pull
Yeah.
off right now? Okay, hey.
Go ahead and roll me a firearms plus dexterity.
Oh no, a firearms plus dexterity, in which I have a specialty with rifles.
Yeah, you get
I
that
don't know
extra
how I'm
dot
going to make this roll.
to make that roll.
I don't know. Oh my goodness, that is a dexterity of 3, a firearms of 3.
I just
God
love,
loves guns.
I just
God
love
loves
ripping
guns.
spirits out of people. It's my favorite thing to do.
Shoot, where is the specialty button on here?
It's just a +1, so you can just, if you manually want to add it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Unless you have area of expertise like some of our players do, which allow you to add +2. But the soldier
have
does
area of
not. You do not
expertise? I
have
don't
that.
think No. But I do have cohesive unit.
Is anyone helping you shoot this,
Anyone want to help me aim?
I'm gonna do a different action. Probably not
Okay.
helping aim, but
I
different
can help you
action.
in. I can
Okay,
help you.
cool. So I think that gives me another +2, doesn't
Yep,
it?
gives you another +2. I just imagine, like, I'm getting, like, what's it called? The final Hobbit movie vibes, where you put the barrel on William's shoulder to like straighten it out.
There you go. Go
Like
for it.
warriors.
Tell him just like to hold his ears.
So I'm rolling 9 dice, for the record.
Yeah,
this
you
is
better.
I hope
You
this.
better have
I'm working
touch
on
it.
it.
Touch it real good.
Come on.
Touch it
Roll,
with
damn
that
it.
bullet. That 5.56.
Roll. 3 successes.
All right, Rachel, what's Lizzie doing before this shit goes down? 'Cause this shit is about to go down.
Stringed marionette. I'm going to attempt to pilot some of the hollowed out Geists.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're just gonna see these purple tendrils burst out of Lizzie and just thwack
Yeah.
onto these other Geists.
So you're gonna do the so if you use the swarm condition, so it costs you 1 to 3 plasm for the initial cast, and usually that only targets one person. But if you spend an extra 2, you can affect up to a number of targets equal to your marionette dots. So 3 targets.
Yep, I'm gonna spend the 2 plasm.
Okay, and then for the initial cost, you're gonna spend 1, or you're gonna spend up to 3.
Okay, so spend 3. So I already.
You have
spent-
15, so you don't to do the full combo would be 5, I guess you would say. So if you want to spend 5 to get the max effect, you can.
Oh yeah, this seems like the big baddie of the game. So let's roll. This is a one shot. Let's do it.
All right, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
All
fuck
right,
yeah.
go ahead and roll synergy plus marionette.
Okay, let's see.
Drive that character like a stolen car.
Yes.
Yep.
Synergy. So we just dropped by 1, so I have 4. And
And your call is still up, right, Ash?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
would you Oh, honey child. I have 1 success.
A success,
1 success.
1 success. But you know what they say? The nice thing about Chronicles of Darkness is success is still a success. So you target 3 of them, probably the 3 closest to you, I'm guessing. And you kind of sink your hands onto the ground for a second, and watch as like thread-like energy leaves them. It snakes across the ground with incredible speed and goes up them. And you see them go rigid for a second and kind of drop into a stance like this. You feel like you have their strings.
Nice.
Nice. Get them.
Get him. Get him.
Yep, I'm just testing the strings, making some
Oh,
of them
yeah.
flip each other off.
Yeah. Flip them off!
Get them.
Like,
Get 'em.
okay, take your shot. I've got reconnaissance standing by.
All right, and bang.
Alright, so you take your shot. It slams against the statue. And kind of... It makes an indent into it, but for the most part, it ricochets off of it. This thing is tough whenever you're shooting.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Yep, you're shooting it again?
Yep.
You do notice when you shoot it, though, you can see cracks starting to form on the majority of it.
Good.
Come on, big boy. Let's fucking party.
As she starts shooting it, I'm going to make the Geist, the 3 that I have, start, like, just wailing on this thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, as they try to approach it, the other Geist turn onto the 3 of you, and they kind of start, they start charging at you.
Oh, cool. That's
The
time to have guns now.
other 5 ones, yeah.
Oh, so my 3 dudes are gonna start, like...
Yeah, they start... they're able to catch 2 of them and kind of lock up with each other. But there's another 2 just like... they don't even move like humans. They move on like all 4s. Like...
Ugh.
Yeah,
We're
come on.
going full,
I'm really sick and tired of your shit.
So 4 successes.
Okay,
To
and you're...
shoot the statue again.
you using... William as the... Like, William's got his guns out as well. And then you just take another shot.
Yeah.
It goes... hits a more direct shot onto the statue. More cracks begin to spread about it, and you can see that there is a light that is almost shining through the rock, like something is trapped within it, almost. And you can... It doesn't seem to affect the Geists or affect that are, like, charging after you, but you are making some headway on it. The Geist will be on you in another round.
All right.
What do
So
you want to do?
I'm gonna kneel down and
Mhm.
put out my arms so that now William has a firing platform.
Yep. And I'm gonna be like, and just fucking
So
wait for them
does
to
he
be right on me.
does he get the benefit of my cohesive unit?
I would say so. I would say you're
Okay.
doing some teamwork there, yeah.
So you get a +2. to
So are
your-
you, like, rising out of the ground? You're just, like, taking turret position with your...
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I have point blank as my specialty, so
You
that's why
do.
I'm waiting for them to be like right on top of me before I just like unload on these fuckers.
I am the
Um,
squishiest turret.
So yes, you are slimy turret.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try and make my 3 dudes because we're in a life or death situation. Any Geists that they're holding, I'm just gonna have them yeet them into the ocean.
Yeah, are you... So, I'll give you a choice here. So it'll take some time for them to try to win that fight, or you could definitely run off the 3 Geists you have into the oceans with their targets, and that would be a lot easier if you wanted to do that. Sacrifice your foot soldiers, as it were.
It's sad. Oh,
No, I'm not gonna sacrifice the 3 I have in Thrall.
Okay.
man, don't listen to me. Don't. I'm pew pewing. You go right ahead and do whatever you're gonna do.
Okay, I don't know. This is a tough call because I want them obviously to have like them start keeping other people. You know what? Fine. They're gonna walk into the ocean with their targets.
As they grab on and they do these kind of like bear tackles, you see 1, 2, 3 of them, so 6 altogether because they each have 1 tackle, like into, not even to the ocean, just to like the shallow parts. But as soon as they hit the water, it's all over. as they disintegrate into dust.
I'm sorry.
I'm not feeling too good, Mr. Stark.
And you hear the most inhuman cries as they disintegrate.
Oh, I'm sorry, honeys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is for the greater good.
Good thing you never became a mom.
Oh, wow. That's fucked up. But while that's happening, I'm going to start unloading on these fuckos.
Yeah, they're on you. Go ahead and give me dexterity plus firearms plus your specialty, which I believe you have area of expertise, so you get the extra +2.
Okay, so that means it would
be an 8.
Really bad.
3 dex, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that's 1.
And you get the +2 from my.
Oh my god, it's a 10.
It's a perfect 10. Let's roll this bitch. Bam! I got
like no success.
No. I got 4 successes.
Okay.
And I also got a 10, so I'm gonna re-roll that 10.
Oh, 4 successes and a 10? Or you got a 10 out of
4 successes with the 10.
One of them is a 10.
Okay.
And then now I got 5 because I got an 8.
Exceptional success.
Yeah, boy.
How good are you at when you shoot a gun, William? Are you very practiced?
Yeah, I mean, weirdly, because of historical reasons. Obviously, in my practices of learning about historical firearms and things along those lines.
You're a reenactor.
Yeah, I'm an reenactor. So I just So I just fucking unload on this motherfucker.
Also, we probably went out to the shooting range a couple times. So.
I would say, you're pretty experienced Geist synergies at this point. You have the 5 synergy. You've obviously been in this condition for a while, and you've been a part of the cryptocurrency for a while. You've done these missions for them, and it's giving you a very nice, wealthy lifestyle. I would have gave you all resource merits, but they wouldn't have mattered in there, so I didn't want to just do that to you. As you kind of come out, it's like almost like the gun kata, like just systematically this like. So you just have one, or you're dual wielding?
Oh, 2 dual wielding,
nice.
Of course. Yes, theatrics. It's fun.
Nice.
The manner of smoke and light explodes as you see the Geist, as the 2 that are charging you. Each of them takes several bullets to the chest as they kind of stumble back and their image faltering and shaking. And they take a knee for a second, but then they begin to slowly get back up. They're hurt, they are damaged, but they're inhuman. They don't go down like a normal person.
Sure, and that's fine. But I just wanted to make them second guess what they're fucking doing.
I would like to take another shot at the statue, please.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
2 successes.
Awesome. As you take the final shot, you watch this embeds right again in similar spot that you've been shooting in. Focus fire on the target. That's what they teach you in the academy.
Sure do.
And then training. So you manage to break a substantial part of it off finally when it finished cracking, almost like an arm, like a hand or an arm, enough to kind of see the inside as light begins to escape the statue. Flowing outwards of it. The guys scream in pain as you watch they drop to the floor as the light gets closer to them, and you see the black ichor remove itself from the Geist, escaping into the sea. The spirits, no longer held up by this supernatural state of being, begin to falter and fade out.
Sick.
This light floats in front of you now. It's surprisingly warm. It feels friendly. And for some reason, it feels older than anything that's down here.
Oof. Did you get Mike's message?
Oh, I apologize.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
All right. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take a 5-minute break here, and then we'll be back for the final act of the Contagion Chronicle
Yay.
Part 2.
Awesome.
See
We did
everyone
it.
in just a moment.
Awesome.
And we are back with the final act of the Contagion Chronicles, Geist the Senior, Part 2. Dark, darker, yet darker. As
Well, that sucked.
When
As
we last
the-
left our intrepid band of heroes.
Yeah. As the light hovers over you, it feels warm and it feels protective. What is this?
I don't trust it.
Could you talk?
You hear a voice in your head. Not even a voice, it's like a vision.
Is this all of us?
Yes, it's almost like an ancient language. So I don't want to, like, the thing is, I don't want to do a voice for it. So I'm just going to say, it says yes. But I like doing the voice for it, it's really hard. It's like it's like a matter. It's like a lot of voices at once.
Got it.
Maybe perhaps angelic a little bit.
Actually, no. It sounds
No?
low and deep.
Oh, okay. Hey. Well, are you okay?
You get the response back, no.
Okay. How can we help you?
You cannot, but you can warn the others.
We can do that.
You are not from here.
Nope.
Why come this far?
I'm keeping my gun trained on it.
We are trying to help our people, our kind. And by doing that, we had to do some research.
To come down to the lowest level. Bravery or foolery, I commend you either way.
Read mostly.
And, fun. What else do we got to do?
It is the end of this world.
Here? This is the end?
Yes. And soon everywhere.
What can we do to stop that?
You must go to the source, the origin, the god.
God likes guns.
God loves guns.
Okay.
Uh,
We
Are we talking Judeo-Christian God, or are we talking which God?
no. There's many gods. It's fine. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
The machine is what I've
The what?
heard your kind call it.
Machine.
An entity, neither malevolent nor heroic.
So that's the reason why the contagion is taken.
The contagion is protocol.
Protocol. What do you mean by that?
Here, actually, so I have to pull the stock up now because this is something I actually have specifically written for this moment. We called it the sickness in my time, before your kind was born, when the ancient city, our empire, still stood above the oceans.
Who's us?
The great people, the Atlanteans.
Fucking mages.
Oh, come on, magic is real.
Yeah, no, they exist. I've never met one, but I know
That was a
they
funny
exist.
joke.
Oh, jokes. Yeah. Sorry.
As we're currently on the bottom level of the underworld talking to someone who claims to be an Atlantean, I figured I would just point out that magic doesn't exist.
We thought we could cure the sickness.
Okay.
We were wrong.
Would you say you are down with sickness?
Oh, for fuck's
Oh.
sake. I don't think it would understand that joke.
Oh, it's a shame. Atlanteans have no culture.
Well, not anymore. It kind of sank.
So, you tried to kill this thing. You failed.
This thing is not a thing. It is a philosophy, a routine. It is the answer to the problem.
What's the problem?
Stagnation. The machine builds. It builds and it builds and it builds. Before, your kind, the mortals, were unable to stop it. But times have changed.
Yeah.
Your kind has stopped the infrastructure. They have stopped the building. And so the machine cannot expand. So the machine has gone stagnant. Like a bacteria, this protocol has emerged.
To create change and allow
No.
it to grow again. No?
When the whole system is corrupt, what do?
Burn it.
Started from the beginning.
Food factory reset.
Destroy the infrastructures, clean slate, return to zero.
This is a normal cycle for our people, supposedly.
It's not just civilization. Its concept, its reality. And the first place it starts with is death. No spirits, no ghosts, no Geists, no underworld.
Well, that's
no
just fucking
end.
rude. Death is one of the biggest changes there is.
I don't think you can tell that to a protocol.
Interesting.
I'll tell it to protocol shit.
There's stories of great die-offs within Geist,
Sure,
within
there's-
our people.
Permafrost die off.
It does
Permian?
not care. It seeks and looks only in data and numbers to reckon it to something that you humans have. It's like
if-
emptying the recycle bin.
Okay.
See, it would have gotten my down with the sickness reference. It talked about emptying a recycle bin.
Well, I guess.
I do
Atlanteans-
understand your reference.
Oh.
Good. The only fucking pleasant thing about talking to you right now.
Oh yeah, this entity is full of bad news.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
I have a question. Was the tomb cursed?
Your kind, it was not invading the tomb that was the issue.
oh, okay.
It was the piece of the machine that they stole.
Oh, so it was
that's
kind of
good.
cursed. Yeah.
They took a building block.
So
From
put
the
that thing back
entirety.
where it came from, or so help me.
Or so help me.
I'm just gonna cry.
What protocol should have dictated in hundreds of thousands of years, if not more, has now been shortened on the timeline because of the actions of your people.
What if it's put back?
Yeah, can we tell them to put it back?
The protocol's already started.
Okay. So here's the problem. Is that people tend to rebel when they're told that their existence is going to be, So while I totally understand that this is just a cog in a machine, this is just a thing that happens.
You understand that?
Well, I mean, I understand it. It doesn't mean I like it.
Oh, okay.
People tend to then go, well, we see your protocol and raise you motherfucking not giving
Go
a
fuck
shit.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't your fault. You're an Atlantean. I get it.
I
Like, you're
champion
just-
your cause. I do. I keep away the contagion because I am strong. But even now, my light begins to fade, and soon I will be gone.
They look pretty shiny right now.
The candle that burns the brightest dies faster.
Okay. All right. Well, so here's the deal. Can you get us out of here? Because we'll take you with us.
I cannot
go.
leave this place. But what I can give you is hope for the future.
That and $5 will get you a tall Starbucks coffee.
Okay. What can you give us that would bring us hope?
A door. A
We like doors.
We do like doors.
The ability to create a door to the machine.
Oh.
Ooh, boy.
Ooh, wow, that's sexy. I like that. I
That's-
like that a lot.
I don't.
That's
Well, We're gonna
that's
have
better
to.
and worse than $5.
We're gonna have to find some people to help us walk through this door, though.
Find the door. Go directly to the machine. Turn off the protocol yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Or it'll
Okay.
be an
You're
end
just gonna. Okay.
to this chronicle. It'll be an end to this world of darkness.
Okay.
Wrong game. Wrong system.
What?
Nothing.
An end
Okay.
to everything.
Meta. Okay.
Which one of you will carry the information in their head? Which one of you can?
I can do it. If you want. If you two are okay with it. I mean, this is just more research for me. Oh.
Nose goes.
You see a tendril extend from the light and reach out to you.
All right, buddy. Now I'll reach on up to it.
It kind of moves under your hand and goes right for your head, attaching itself as you feel information and data begin to, basically in the form of visions and memories, begin to etch themselves into your mental state.
Yeah, this is my jam.
It feels like a cocaine rush, to be honest. It feels
Ooh, it's like
amazing.
fucking doing fucking Ritalin all through college. Yes.
You're doing the Sudoku.
and you can go ahead and mark an aspiration off, researcher, because you found the reasoning behind the contagion.
Yay! I did a thing. Cool. Bye.
And as the light begins to shine, you feel the data go into your head, like basically go into your head, the memory, the code that you can program to make this door.
Okay. Cool.
And
Yeah.
you the tendril like detracts back into the light.
That was, yeah. Thank you for that.
Do you need a cigarette after that?
I think I do. Definitely. And
Well,
There
we're
you
gonna
go.
have to get back to the
thank
room
you.
before. Oh, okay.
And I'm just gonna light that cigarette up. Ooh. Well.
The other two. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean you're
What?
so sorry?
What?
Only one of you will leave today.
Oh no, pal. Sorry, you
And
don't
the
have the
light
fucking
begins
bell.
to flicker out, and the waters begin to rise.
Fuck! And I grab the bell and I
Yeah,
ring it.
Grabbing it out of my waistcoat and ringing.
Yeah.
Ring, 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 ring.
As you ring the bell, you see a
No.
matter of black Icarus beings rise out of the ocean as the water starts to fill onto the island.
Okay, cool. So I'm
Um,
gonna fucking ring this bell while I'm fucking shooting at these suckers.
you go ahead and who's taking point?
On shooting or on
Yeah,
ringing?
on shooting.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna ring multiple bells if I have to.
It's only one person that has the bell, ironically.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
remember, I have it in my pocket, so that's why I'm like, "Ah!"
Go ahead and give me dexterity plus firearms.
5 successes.
Whoa!
You start shooting and dude, you're like so into your fighting. However, even as much as you mow down, it's starting to get too much. They are starting to mass go onto this island, and as you ring the bell, you hear the sound of a helicopter
What the fuck?
breaking through the sky of light, light, and from this helicopter, it doesn't seem to be anything piloting it. You see a rope, like one of those rope ladders, drop down from it at the middle of the island. And as you do so, the other guys are they're surrounding you in the area. They're trying to block you off from this.
Okay.
I got you. Hold on. And I'm just gonna start mowing a path through these guys towards the ladder.
I'm going to give me another dexterity plus firearms.
I would love to.
What are you doing, Lizzie?
I'm such a useless lounge singer. I don't know what to do, so I'm just making my way to the ladder, following the path.
5 successes.
Holy shit!
You're fighting your way into it, and you can see the Geist are climbing. They're climbing the rope ladder as you get to it.
Get the fuck off this shit! Fuck you! This ain't for you.
Who goes first?
I'm gonna guard the ladders while they go up.
Bill's gotta go first.
Yeah.
He's got the info.
Bill, give me dexterity plus athletics as you try to hastily climb your way up.
Yikes.
Let
Yikes.
me. So athletics.
It's a 3. It's good.
Oh yeah, 3. And then
3.
you said which one was it?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. So yeah, 6. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
For a spry fella.
Yeah, you gotta know spry in mind as well as body.
Corpus sana mensana.
Yeah. I have 2 successes, a 9 and an 8.
You start climbing the ladder, but the Geists they're climbing around you. They're like all trying to get to this helicopter. It almost seems like it's not that they want to attack you. It's that they want to go home. It's they want to get out of here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
As a historian, you imagine, I believe it was
Vietnam?
Saigon. I was trying to think of when they're all trying to get onto the last helicopter.
Saigon, yeah, falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just I'm just running up that ladder as much as I can, and I'm like, y'all can't, and I'm yelling like, y'all can't come this way. This is not meant for you.
Ash, give me another firearms plus dexterity.
You got it.
As you're just trying to clear as much off as possible.
Two.
You feel yourself almost start to falter a bit, but you manage to pop the 2 that are grabbing at William. As they fall from the rope ladder. What are you doing, Lizzie?
As soon as he's up a bit, I am shooting straight up after him.
All right, go. Both of you give me another dexterity plus athletics.
Come on.
I also have a specialty in endurance.
You're saying how do keys work?
Mm-hmm. If you have a specialty, add an extra die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So with keys specifically, you can use a key to unlock a haunt, as it were.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
what does that mean?
So when you do that, you get to add your key bonus to it. So it's usually like an attribute That's so you're trying to what? Use your key of blood?
Yeah, but that gives me presence, so that doesn't super help me here.
Yeah, but if you use your key to unlock the haunt, you just add your presence to the roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, you add. So that would be and your presence is what? It's 1. Okay, not that great, but it's still an extra die whenever you use your haunt.
Sure.
And then usually it comes with a doom though.
Yeah.
Or you can spend or you can spend a willpower to just use it without the doom.
Yeah, hold on. Continue while I do this. Sorry.
Okay.
I have 2 successes to keep running up that fucking ladder.
Yep, you're getting onto the ladder. And what did you get, Lizzie?
Nothing.
Oh,
You got a failure?
I got a failure.
Oh no.
I'm going to die.
Yeah.
You feel the Geist grab onto you as they're jumping on the rope ladder faster than Ash can shoot them up, and you feel one tug at your leg and grab you as you feel yourself getting pulled down by the Geist.
Oh no. Oh, that's not happening.
I'm going to try and use empathy and just tell it, please stop.
Yeah, go ahead and roll empathy plus presence. And you're almost at the top. Will, you're almost there. It's tough, and you can hear the screams of your friend behind you.
This is this is really fucking dramatic. Once I get up there, I'm gonna start shooting down. So it's
okay.
fine.
Oh.
What'd you get?
Wow.
3 successes of empathy to get this guy to.
You call out, and you feel in a natural power well through you, as you can feel Alexandros himself pushing energy outward, and you feel the Geist start to shudder away for a second. The Geists that are on you, almost like they're wondering what you're doing. Ash, what do you do? Do you?
Ash would like to unlock her key of blood.
Okay, you're gonna spend a willpower for it. Alrighty.
Yes, I'm going to spend a willpower for it. Actually, no. This is a one shot. I'm not going to spend the willpower for that.
Yeah, Doom time.
Not yet. Doom time later.
Doom time later. Yeah.
So I would like to do that, and I would like to add my presence to up my call to Vietate.
Okay, well, what's your call at? Your call is what, 3?
Yes.
Okay, so you can actually oh, so you're just okay. So what you're saying is you're gonna spend the extra plasma feed. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because you can do that naturally. Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, so I am specifically going to spend the 2 plasm to grow wings.
All right.
I am going to fly up the ladder to Lizzie.
Okay, Lizzie's on the ground, so you're gonna try to grab her and fly up the ladder?
Uh-huh.
Okay, awesome.
Holy shit.
That's fucking right.
Yeah.
All right. Would that be in athletics?
Yep.
For that? So dexterity athletics?
Yep, dexterity athletics.
Cool. Do I get my
yes, I would say for this, you're trying you're helping your team out.
So cool, that's an 8. So let's see what I rolled here. 2 successes.
Okay, so you grab Lizzie, and you were flying up with her.
Yep.
And it's harsh. So when you
hydrate.
Hydrate. When you go grab Lizzie and that's right, and you get to the top, you can tell that a bunch of the Geist have made it to the helicopter. They are splayed out underneath, grabbing onto it, and you can see that the helicopter is starting to weigh itself down. You can see that the island below you has completely disappeared and sinking into the ocean. You can even see off in the distance the Vegas room is just
Fuck.
Climb, Will, climb.
Yeah, I'm climbing.
As
You
soon
make
as
it-
you get up top, we're
You
cutting
make
the
it to the
ladder.
top. Ash, you're kind of in a conundrum here.
Uh-huh.
You could throw Lizzie into the copter, and you could try to get into the copter, but you're not sure the copter will survive the trip out
I
of
have
here.
a plan. An
Okay.
interesting plan. So I have Intimidate plus a specialty in giving people orders.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
you
going
wanna-
to holler at the Geist, this is not for you.
This is not for you. All right, go ahead and give me. It's gonna take a pretty good roll to get them to back down. Go ahead and give me intimidate
Okay.
plus manipulation,
Sweet. Alright, so that's a 6, I think.
and then you can add your specialty, your 1 die.
That's a 7. Come on, come on!
We need
Come on!
we need the best here for the best outcome.
2 successes.
You yell at them, and a few of them drop, but it's still a lot. It's still a shit ton. Like, you're scaring them, but they're more scared for their life than they are of you. They won't attack you, and you're floating in the air. Like, none of them make any motions to go near you, but they just want to get out of here. And you
All
kind
right.
of you see the two shooting. Because I'm guessing both Lizzie and Will are shooting their way down.
I'm shooting
Yeah.
down, and I'm waiting for them to get on so I could pop this ladder. But I'm not even gonna shoot. I'm just holding onto the ladder, looking at y'all, what should I fucking do? Come on.
Yeah, and then Lizzie gets well, no, your Lizzie's still in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna launch Lizzie into the helicopter.
Oh, Lord.
Lizzie hits it with a thud.
Oh, thank God my body doesn't actually bruise here.
Yeah. If you throw her, I'm gonna because I see you flying. I'm gonna pop that ladder.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so I pop that fucking ladder.
And and Ash is just floating in the air, gun in tow, like a angel of death.
This is incredibly inspiring.
Yeah.
Get going.
Sure.
I'll catch up.
Okay. And then I'll tell the driver to go.
Yeah. Give me a dexterity plus firearms?
Me.
Who? Me?
Yes.
Okay. Both of us.
No, just her, because she's trying
Okay.
to. Yeah, she's trying to cover you as you get out. I'm guessing.
All right. I think this is a cohesive unit roll again.
Yep.
Rah, rah, rah.
And I'll also give you an extra die because I feel like you're doing one of your aspirations here.
I sure am.
Your final one, which can you tell the class what that is?
No.
My burden or
No, the aspiration. So at the very bottom of your
Yes.
sheet, the last one I feel like that fulfilled.
yes. 5 successes. Thank you very much.
Damn.
Let me pull up my
Jesus.
sheet real quick because I'm going to go out with a bang here. So my aspirations are to keep everyone else alive.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
What about
You
Also-
start.
you?
Hold on, wait, because the can I tell them the aspiration above it too?
Yes.
That also works. So my burden is the abiding because I don't feel like I've done anything useful in my life and I haven't been able to help anyone. And my second aspiration is to die doing something worthy.
Oh, no.
And as you begin to mow down the forces off the helicopter, you watch, now fully concentrated on your mission to protect, you watch the helicopter start to rise into the sky. The ladder is cut, the Geist fall down below. You can see the waters rising up as it tries to catch the helicopter, but it can't because there is massive gunfire. And even though the Contagion, and even though that the Underworld and the Kerberos itself would probably not be able to be affected by bullets, but because Ash believes that they do, they work.
Fuck
And
yeah.
while they're flying away, I've got to holler after them. Lizzie! William! God loves guns!
You're just gonna see like an arm reaching out of the plane. Wait, no!
And I love you!
Oh.
Oh.
And as the helicopter rises past and blinks out of existence, we're left with just ash and the darkness. Or so we think, as we see 2 floors remaining of the Las Vegas room. Ash, what do you do?
I'm gonna head for the room.
Go ahead and give me athletics plus dexterity and see if you can get there in time.
Let's see. That is athletics plus dexterity is 6. Failure.
Failure, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you get to the room and you can see it in sight, the couch, the bed, and you get to it, but right as you do, it sinks into the sea. And from it, you can kind of see a sight that no one else has seen before. You see the boat, the Leviathan, capsizing into the sea, breaking apart into... You see the souls churning. You feel the underworld above you and the dominions. Because your call can be cut up for as many amount of times. And you know what? I don't even care at this point what the rules say. You see it all. You see the dominions sinking downwards. You know that this level was just the first and it's the end. You hear the calls of the soul, and you realize to yourself that this is the end for all spirits and probably all Geists in the future.
Victoria?
Yes, dear.
Did we do good?
Oh, fuck!
I think you did exceptionally well.
That's we, not just me.
Oh.
Because of you, they have hope. And with it, everything, even the dead, can come back. Because if there's one thing I've learned, nothing ever truly dies. As life itself and death itself start to break apart, and your call starts to finally give out, and you start to fall deep into the ocean, you hit the water with a blinding speed. And as you feel yourself, your body, and everything to get to give out under you, you feel a warmth, because at the end of the day, you completed your mission, and you did the best you absolutely could. And the last feeling you feel before everything is not is the arms of a motherly figure wrapped around you. And the last scene we cut to is we cut to...
This is traumatizing.
Yeah, the last scene that we cut to is
I'm just turning off my camera for this.
Okay, now that's cool. That's awesome. Last scene we cut to is we see William and Lizzie kind of sit up out of their seat, and you look over and you hear the flatlining.
No. I'm going to run over to
As you
her.
run, you trip to the floor because you haven't been in your body, and it feels weird. It's different here because it's reality again. And you kind
how
of
do I body?
And you crawl over to Ash, and she's just not breathing anymore.
I'm gonna start smacking on her chest, like trying to resuscitate her. I don't know how, but I'm trying.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a medicine plus intelligence if you want.
Let's see. Medicine what?
Plus intelligence, so it would be 2 dots for you.
Oh. Ooh. 110. Hey, so 1 and... That's just 1. But a success is a success.
You try to resuscitate her.
Yeah.
You try. And you do a damn good job. But eventually realize that's it. And the kind of whole team's in shock. And they look at you and they asked, What happened?
Don't
what
say
did you
a fucking
find?
word.
What
I don't
did you
want to hear it.
find?
Everything. A door. That's it. A fucking door.
And with that, a fucking door. We bring it to a close. The end of this Contagion Chronicle. And the end of Geist, the Sin Eaters. Thank you all for watching. I was your storyteller, Nobleman Nick. And before we go from this very tense, emotional moment, I would like all my players, give them a round of applause from across your screen. And please, tell them where they can find you, tell them what you're up to, and what can they expect from you.
Before we do that, can we all just like yell for a second?
Yeah.
And turn down your volume.
This stupid game. This stupid game. And if
Oh
you
my
don't
god!
after that, fuck.
Water activated paints on my face, you fucks! Ugh.
Jesus. Fucking
Part of the reason I
suffering
turned
fuck.
my camera off is because I got teary. Do we want to start with Rachel this time? Because
Yeah.
Rachel went last.
You can find me on Twitter at SuperRatlord or TikTok at SuperRatlord. And also, you can find me here during Virtual HorrorCon.
You're gonna be involved in some great stuff. Amazing stuff. Thank you, Rachel. This is our hat trick. This is your third game with me.
Yeah.
And it's been
Yay.
3 unbelievable games. And if you ever want to watch Rachel again, you have this game. You have the second Inquisition game that she was
That was
amazing
great.
in, and as well as Mothership, which I kind of think is one of the best SNOS we've ever ran. But that's just me. And yeah, we go back to the middle, the rock of this order, never changing. Mike.
Hey y'all, Mike Tomasek. I also go by the name Hollywood. I'm the owner of Little Twin Publishing. You can find us at Little Twin Publishing on Facebook. You can also find me at www.mftomasek.com. That's my personal website. I am a freelance writer and developer, and obviously a game company owner. You can also find me at Virtual HorrorCon. I will be talking about my new game that will be coming out called Sunset. It is a hope punk time travel adventure game, and it is super fucking rad, and I hope that you will be here for Virtual HorrorCon because it's going to be fucking really incredible.
Gonna be so good.
Yep. So,
And
Jax.
Hi. It's me. I'm Jax, otherwise known as Jacqueline Brick. I often introduce myself and people go, "Hey, it's Jax," and I'll go, "Hi, that's me." So you'll see me on streams like that a lot. I am a freelance writer, editor, and recently developer for Cult Divinity Lost, which I'm very excited about. I also write a ton of stuff for Onyx Path Publishing. You can find me at linktree/rufflejax. You can find me at jacquelinebrick.design. You can find me on Twitter as Rufflejax. You can find me most places on the internet as Rufflejax. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Julia Christasek, who is in the chat, who is one of the Geist writers, who I summoned to the channel to watch this. And they will know that Ash's final moments were actually based on another character of mine, Fairlight McAllister, who actually also had an encounter with a spirit maelstrom and wanted nothing more than to sacrifice herself for the good of people she loved. And Ash finally got to do that for her, so that was really nice. And Ash got to have the death they wanted, which is, I think, a huge deal for a Sin Eater. So yeah, thank you for letting me have that moment.
no problem. Largely what I feel like it's good to go out on your own terms. There's a little bit of peace you can have
Yes.
with that. Everyone, I was your storyteller, Nick Francia. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. I'm the stream producer here at Gehenna, as well as I do some stuff for Caring Comfort Studios, as well as I'm dotting around. The next time you can see me is going to be next Friday when we do Interstitial War, Kingdom Hearts. It's a Noble Bright game, so a lot less dark as a game like this. So it's really a good palate cleanser because I love horror. But sometimes I get lost into it, and sometimes I really need a game to kind of get me out of it. And Interstitial has been there. We had an amazing episode yesterday. You can find that on the VODs on Caring Comfort Studios. And we have a lot of awesome stuff just coming up in the works for Gehenna as well. Yep. We have VHC from the 19th to the 21st. You can check part 2 of the Contagion Chronicle next Saturday, where we'll be running Werewolf the Forsaken.
Oh boy.
So awesome, and a lot of stuff that connected from the first game connected to here, and it's going to be connecting even further. And then also Monday, you can catch Gehenna Valley, our Monsterhearts game, our longest running show.
Nice.
It's a blast. It's also a great game to get a palate cleanser, just worry less about the horror and the existentialism of a Contagion destroying everything, and just enjoy some supernatural teen drama instead. And it's a game near and dear to my heart as well. Thank you everyone for playing this awesome adventure. This is my first time running the Geist second edition of the city.
And you did great.
You did great. Yay!
Thank you.
Yay!
I'm really happy.
Yay!
The original first one was near and dear to my heart. I love Chronicle of Darkness. Chronicle of Darkness was the first game I ever played ever as a TTRPG, back when it was called New World of Darkness. Way back when I played Mage the Awakening, which is still like one of my favorite games. So yeah, I'm, and also to my players, just thank you. This was an amazing game. We're almost at 3.5 hours. I'm so sorry it ran that long.
No, it's great.
But I had so much fun, and I have a good personal history with all three of you, so it was a very comfortable game to run, and I hope to see you more for it. So that's it from me. Everyone, go settle into your comfy clothes, enjoy yourselves.
We're going to do a decompression after this.
Exactly.
Totally.
Just chill out. Maybe drink some tea, drink some warm milk, do whatever you can to get the feels out, because it's a heavy game.
Yes. We are going to drink some water and talk about our feelings, because it's very important to normalize safety after games.
Yep, it is. Absolutely.
All right, I will see you all later, and so will the cast. You have an amazing day.
Later.
Bye, everyone.